All right, welcome puzzlers. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to the first team's prelim of the 2026 USA Jigsaw Nationals. We're so excited to get started. All we're gonna do is go through a quick few rules and then we'll let you guys get puzzling. So we'll start here. Everyone's nailed. Don't open your bag on your table. But as you all know, we have to celebrate that inside your bags, we have two, are unreleased puzzles. And that's all thanks to our big, wonderful, awesome sponsor, Ravensburger. Give them a round of applause. Thank you so much to them. Make sure that all of your belongings are under your table, out of the way of the judges. I will say, especially with teams, please be sure to keep the aisleways clear so that the judges can get through. Speaking of judges, they're doing such an awesome job today. Let's give them a round of applause. Thank them for their help. If you guys have any corrections for teammates, you can put those on your name placards there. If you have other corrections like city and state, do that on our attendee info webpage. Distractions, please make sure you turn off all possible distractions to avoid distracting yourself and others. Make sure that you're good puzzle neighbors. You have a table all to yourself, which is great, but please make sure that those around you, that you're being respectful of them with your body placement and your volume. Tag board. The tag board you must keep the tag board on your table. I don't care what it looks like on your table, as long as it's on there. You can stack it on top of each other. You can do whatever you want. Okay, let's talk about how this is going to work. So teams, as you guys know, is a little trickier than the rest. So first of all, there are 100 teams in this room. So give your guys a round of applause for showing up. So of all of you, half of you will advance to the finals tomorrow. You'll have 2 hours and 15 minutes to finish 2 puzzles. As you guys hopefully already know, you're going to start with a 500-piece puzzle. That's what's already on your table. Everyone should also have a 1,000-piece puzzle next to their table. If for some reason that's not true, let me know. The puzzle on your table should have a green sticker, so just make sure that it does. The way this is going to work, once you get the 500-piece puzzle done, a volunteer will say done or complete, and then that is when you can disassemble your puzzle, get it into your puzzle box, get it off the table. You cannot swipe it onto the floor, but it doesn't have to be neatly, nicely put into your box. It just has to be off the table in your box-ish. Sorry, a judge does have to tell you that you can do that. Cool, thanks, Leslie. Give Leslie a round of applause, you guys. This is what I get for not taking my notes this time. So yes, they're going to tell you done or complete, and then they will tell you, William, done, complete, okay. Then they can take it off their table. Once it's off your table, they'll say go. He told me this beforehand too. Go means you can open the next box. Bag, and then the box. Good, we got it? Everyone clear on that? Awesome. I'm very tired. All right. Now that we know how that's going to go, the way we're going to start is with a countdown. Not yet, though. We're going to talk about the rest of the rules really quick. That's fair. Before we do the countdown, when we're ready to, we will do the countdown. And then we will start the timer, and then you guys will be allowed to open the bags. If inside your bag there's a box that has seals that have not been cut, stand up, raise your hand. William will come over to your table with a new puzzle that is already definitely cut, so don't spend time trying to open that. He'll get you a new one, and then he will start a separate timer for you. When you get close to completion, especially for your first puzzle, if you don't see a volunteer around, go ahead and throw a hand up, kind of let them know to come find you, that you're getting close. When you are done, especially important for teams because there's so many extra hands and there's going to be this trade-off, make sure all hands come off the table. That way they know that you're done. That way they can tell you complete, and that way they can tell you go when you're ready for you to open the next bag. If you're missing pieces, this applies to both parts. If you're missing pieces, let the judge know. They will start the 10-second countdown. If you can't find those pieces in the 10 seconds, they will count your time there, and they will tell you complete, and they will tell you the next steps. If at the end of all 2 hours and 15 minutes, you guys have not completed both puzzles, don't worry about that. We are still going to record your completion. Anything that's clusters of 2 or more, we will count that towards your completed count, and we will count anything that's been unassembled to help us get that number. Okay, I think that's everything. I think we nailed it. Make sure after this that you are taking advantage of special competitions and virtual reality puzzling. Anyone who's doing the speed run, there's the new run happening. Make sure you get those times in. And for the final run, that's happening at 7:30 downstairs. So everyone start getting up in just a second. In just a second, before we get anything starting to count down, I first want to hear, get all the energy out. Tell me, you guys, are you ready to puzzle? We're going to start counting down. And we're going to do it together, starting at 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, puzzle!
Hey everybody, I am your host Valerie Coit, and this is the start of our first team prelim A, and I am joined here by EB Caron at the commentary desk. Thanks for joining us, EB.
Thanks for having me, Val.
And what are we looking at?
We are looking at a street scene of Victorian-style buildings. It says it's Savannah, Georgia. Mm-hmm. And there are several colors with the buildings. There's the blue house in the farthest in the distance, a brick house, a dark yellow house, and then a light yellow house. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of trees. There's a tree on the left that has more yellow leaves. So the trees do have different textures. On the right upper corner, we have a tree with that hanging moss. Mm-hmm. Do you know what that moss is called?
I mean, is it? Yeah, I don't know what that's called. I'm terrible.
Yeah.
Spanish moss.
Spanish moss.
Yes.
And then bottom right corner, we've got some nice pavement. That should be pretty sortable, especially compared to all the other pieces. With a sidewalk. The sidewalk does change in texture, but that would be a nice line to then complete, followed by bushes with some black fencing.
Yeah, I mean, basically when you're describing it like you are, I think you're describing nice, easy sections to pull, right? That team members could kind of divide and conquer a little bit on this.
It does seem quite sortable. Mm-hmm. And interestingly, it's a smaller size puzzle. I had been speculating that we might see a larger, like 500 piece.
Large format.
Yeah, the large
pieces.
format, or a circle puzzle, which you can have trouble. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh. I wonder if we're going to get the same next round when I'm puzzling.
Well, I mean, this is a stock image in this one, so we don't have an artist visiting us for this portion of the contest, I can say for now, but we will be following this up with another 1,000-piece puzzle as soon as the first person is done with this 500. Then we'll reveal the next one. What are you thinking for times? I do think this puzzle image, like if I was doing this as a solo, I think it might be a little challenging. I am not great with those like kind of receding diagonal building lines. But I don't know, man. I think these teams are going to knock this out of the park and have no problem with this.
Yeah, I can see one team with the edge nearly complete.
Yep.
From my view up here.
Yeah, and we're seeing that too with, like, we're watching right there, Jean and Kathy, Kelly and Grayson, and their team name is Puzzles for 500. They're at table number 1. I mean, obviously they're table number 1 and a one to watch, right?
They are one to watch because 3 of these team members were on last year's first place team, Jack Be Quick.
Yep. Yeah, we talked about that with Grayson yesterday. I was like, oh, who are you going to be on a team with? And then it was like, seriously? You're all going to kill it. Like, that is amazing because Grayson's incredibly fast. And then joining another group of very fast people, I was like, what's that like to get just like recruited to that team?
Right. I remember last year when I was co-hosting with you, I think we had the interview with Grayson after their solo prelim round. And they said that they didn't have a team or a pair yet. And by sharing that on the live stream, we got them paired up.
Changed that scenario very quickly, right? Yeah, it's just so fun to see that. And I mean, we talk about this all the time. I'm sure people get tired of me mentioning it constantly, but this is such a sweet, welcoming community. Like, somebody can just show up here on like this weekend and not know a soul and leave with like 10 new best puzzle friends because everybody's just, it's such an easy thing to just sit down and do a puzzle with someone and chat and then, be exchanging info, and before you know it, you're competing together. And I love it when we hear stories about people that meet here, puzzle together for the first time, and then do unexpectedly well and just have a great time.
Yeah.
It's so rewarding.
Yeah. And we've got so much going on this year, too. Across the hall, the other competitions, those are really set up to meet new people, which is great.
So here we go. Do you want to like circle some stuff on the puzzle and tell us what your thoughts are? So what are you seeing in terms of people attacking first, or what do you think is going to go together first, EB?
Well, I definitely see a team member taking this corner, including the sidewalk. This, I think these are pretty sortable. That bright red is going to jump out to people. This yellow building will be somewhat harder because of this area in the trees. These trees, most puzzlers don't particularly love doing trees. However, the trees in the top left here are quite distinct from the tree in the top right. So they are sortable, which is really great for team puzzling.
Yeah, I do think it's really nice that those trees are so distinctly different because, well, and then you have the sky behind it, right? So that can really help distinguish those pieces, hopefully, for puzzlers to easily, kind of sort out the trees into different piles. If that was the exact same kind of tree and it was more dense, I think you'd be like, oh, great, but I don't think either of those trees is really going to present much problem at all for puzzlers.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised to see them being done last, though.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think that
I would see like, 2 teammates on each corner, possibly.
Right. I actually think I would be so drawn to the street, like you mentioned. I think that would be the first thing that I would want to do because even though it's gray, it's not a significant chunk because it's in the corner. And then you still have some variation there with the lines, the white lines going through and the little bit of darker strip in the corner. So yeah, you can see it already there. Kelly Walter has that in her corner and it's like almost done already. So yeah, that's going to go together quick. But look at that. Like, it looks like Kathy's already tackling that Spanish moss tree. So they've kind of just divvied this into quadrants, it looks like. And they're just each sort of doing it from their corner on down.
Wow.
So maybe the houses are going to fill in last, potentially.
Yeah, I can see by Grayson's shoulder some of the red.
Yep.
But the red brick house.
Yep. And I think they maybe had a little pile of blue house, too, over there. It kind of looked like maybe. But not a ton of detailed sorting going on, it didn't look like. Yeah, I don't know. This will be interesting.
And now we're seeing the Whimsy Pieces. This team went to the World Jigsaw Puzzle Championship in September and placed 5th. They were the top place team. And we are seeing a bit of a different strategy.
They've got a lot
they're
going on.
also
Yep.
the same 2 corners, but more of the center completed.
Look at that. Their blue house and the orange house is almost together already. So this team is Sammy Brownlow, Mari Black, Kieran Nill, and Hannah Sigler. And yeah, they're cruising. Oh, yeah. Okay, and who are we looking at next here? This is M&M and M&M.
Oh.
It's Emily Chandran, Emma Pan, Min Yi, and Emma Williamson. Min Yi Dang and Emma Williamson. So we've talked to a lot of these folks on the stream already. I don't think Emily Chandran is the only one who hasn't gotten here yet. And she's our new Puzzle Chess champion for this year.
She is.
So congrats to Emily for winning the Puzzle Chess tournament yesterday. I love the name. I think when Emma Williamson said the team name yesterday, she went, yum, 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 yum. That's how she pronounced it. So that's the correct pronunciation, folks.
That's so cute. Look at their shirts. They have little M&Ms on the back.
Yeah,
it's so
yum,
cute.
yum, yum, yum.
Oh, they've got more of the center complete, too.
Look at that. They're almost all the way
None
across.
of the Spanish moss trees
No.
yet. But, of course, that lower...
Yep, the tarmac, the road is done. But they were almost all the way across in the center. And that's impressive because that represents a pretty big chunk of that puzzle. So now we're at Girls in Stemp. Hannah Doyle, Kate McCluskey, Sky Vandelise, and Chloe Gilbert.
And
they, go ahead.
Girls in STEM placed 6th at Nationals last year. So they are sticking together as a team. They're all from the Bay Area, and they are one of the, I would say, more practice teams here because they live close and get to practice together.
All right. Okay. Yeah. I'm just trying to look at who's
Yeah, me too. Yep. So I see Beatrice and Zin.
Amber and Jen Lunsford. That's who we're looking at. It's called Peach Please, We're Puzzling. I like it. They're going with the Atlanta theme.
I like it too.
Dig it. We tried to work the color peach into our color palette. That is a hard color to work with, everybody, just so you know. Oh my gosh, look at this.
Yep.
We're at 11:30. What are we thinking for end time here?
I know. I never answered that question earlier. I was going to say 14.
Well, here's me. I'm thinking, well, we probably got a good 15, 20 minutes of relaxation and watching. And now I'm like, yeah, I think you're right. 14. I mean, that would be so insane if we saw. But, I mean, this is a big difference this year. So typically we would give people 2 1,000-piece puzzles.
Oh, I see the Yard Goats of Puzzles.
Oh, yes, we got to talk about them.
I have to give them a shout out because they're from where I live, Connecticut. So go Yard Goats.
But yeah, so we're changing it up this year. We're doing a 500-piece followed by a 1,000-piece. And for those of you wondering, why did you do that? Part of it is we have a lot going on this weekend, and we wanted to give people a little more time to do other activities. And having a 3-hour block versus a 2-hour and 15-minute block, it's a big difference in terms of the schedule and timing. So we thought we'd save the 2 1,000 pieces for the final and go with a 500 and a 1,000. But I'm actually, part of why I like that is because if we can see teams finishing a puzzle in like 14 minutes, that's incredible.
Ooh. And now we're back to Girls in Stemp in purple and the Whimsy Pieces in blue. Let's
Oh
see.
my gosh, their hands are just moving so quickly.
It looks like they have similar holes
Yep.
in their puzzles.
So the oak tree with the Spanish moss seems like the easier of the two, going together pretty quick because probably you got that branch line to kind of work with.
That's a good point.
And way more of the kind of blue background too, sort of giving you little hints with like a bit of a gradient, blue gradient sky. So yeah, it is the other tree on the other side that you were right. EB is going to be the bit that sort of maybe is more challenging that they're filling in at the end. I wouldn't doubt that we'll see this almost exact same pattern with everybody at the close, according like in gym speak. Oh, Whimsy Pieces is
Yeah, looks.
they're.
They.
I think they've taken the lead a little bit.
I think so too. They have maybe 20 pieces left on that
Yeah.
tray.
Girls in Stempas maybe, and it's so funny you could see there where. Oh, I'm trying to make sure I get the right name. I think Chloe was sort of like getting her hands out of the way of somebody else. It can be really hard when there's that many hands working in a tiny area. So maybe later. It's okay. Oh my gosh, they're done. They just finished. What just happened? I just feel like
That was a smooth transition there. Getting the first puzzle off the table into the box.
oh my gosh. And now we're going to get our first glimpse, everybody, at the second puzzle. And I'm going to let EB open it. And we're going to be joined by an expert on this.
Wow.
Wow. So, oh no, you're good. You're good. Yeah, you're
Okay,
good.
great.
Yeah.
So EB, can you recognize what series this is from, despite the different packaging?
And just so you know, everybody, that's William Shanley.
Hi,
He
everyone.
joined us at the table because he's so excited about this puzzle release.
I'm supporting as the lead judge for the championship this year, but this is my favorite puzzle. And my favorite puzzle series so far, so I had to come on and craft
Oh
live
my
stream.
gosh,
So you
I do know.
Because you listen to Peace Talks.
I do.
So,
it took me a minute,
yeah.
though. Oh, so cool.
This is from the Abandoned series, or the Abandoned
Yes.
Places series. It's my personal favorite, as heard on Peace Talks with Rob Shields. Thank you, Rob. So this is actually part of the Abandoned series. And how cool is it that the USA JPA, in collaboration with Ravensburger, is using it in competition? So the super secret is that when we were getting these puzzles bagged throughout the week leading up, I saw this puzzle and was so excited. This was the hardest thing to ever keep secret, but we managed.
Yeah, and William was like, "Can I come on and talk about it?" I was like, "Of course! You're so enthusiastic about this puzzle." Like, so the artist for this is Edward. Edward, yep. And Edward has done a lot of the Abandoned series.
He's an Ukrainian artist, and he studied at Kharkiv Academy of Arts. He successfully produced artwork for a number of magazines before moving on to computer game design. So can you kind of see that aesthetic in the puzzle for this one?
Yeah, for sure.
Again, this is called Plundered Putt.
Cute name.
It's also kind of reminiscent of one of the more recent releases. Have you seen that one? The mini golf?
Yeah,
puzzle?
the Putt Paradise,
That's
is it?
correct. Yeah, and that was released in 2025, I think. So this is now part of officially the Abandoned series. Now, I spoke with Rachel, the Ravensburger product marketing manager, and I said, now, Rachel, this packaging is different than all the other Abandons that normally have that green packaging. You know those purists out there. And she said, William, don't worry. Tell the purists and let everyone know. It'll be part of the 2027 line of products for Ravensburger. So that means for us purists, we're going to get both copies.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have the USA JPA exclusive and then Abandoned in 2027.
Yep. I mean, I know it's hard. We're not showing the image on screen much right now because we're still trying to show some of the people as they finish this first 500-piece puzzle as they're just zooming along.
Yeah.
But we will try to pull up an image here so you can get a really good look at the second puzzle that everybody's going to be working on. But yeah, it's so, I mean, we're at 17 minutes. I think we've already had like
It's remarkable.
at least 5 or 6 teams finish.
We were preparing our judges for around the 20-minute mark. How mistaken we were.
Right?
Yep.
I mean, EB
Absolutely.
was like 15,
Yeah.
and she was right. But yeah, there you're getting a better
There
look
we
at
go.
it. So
There we
it's so
go.
colorful, and that's
Yeah.
one of the things I like. I know. Oh, now we cut away right away. The Abandoned series, I think, typically is a little darker because it's
Specifically, yes, Val, the visual theme for the Abandoned series shows abandoned indoor or outdoor environments.
Oh, here we go. Now we're
There we
getting a
go.
good view. Yep.
And it has time-frozen details from past decades combined with eerie storytelling. And there's also kind of a subtle element of human absence through decay over time, and tells a story through objects in the image, since there are no main characters or humans. So that's really what sets it apart. And some of the titles that people might be used to in the series are Hotel Vacancy, Gloomy Carnival, Forgotten Arcade, a Deserted Department Store, Tattered Toy Store, and Decaying Diner.
Yeah,
So,
I've
I
done
mean,
a lot of them. They're
yeah.
great puzzles. They're so much fun. There's so many fun little details in there.
Totally.
And this is another one of those. Like, you're just going to see so many cool little things. You're not going to notice it when you're speed puzzling because you're going a million miles an hour. But
So let's talk about how this pertains to this competition. EB, we haven't seen an Abandoned series in competition before, right?
No, we haven't. It's exciting.
So as you see it first, what kind of draws your eye as, oh, that's going to be interesting to puzzle compared to anything else we've seen in competition before, if anything?
Good question. I don't think being part of the Abandoned series or kind of the visuals differ that much from other puzzles.
Well, then that's great.
Like
for this
if I
competition.
Yeah, right.
if I had like 1,000 pieces in front of me,
Yeah.
and it would just be like colors and you know, small elements. I have to say the like carousel horse with the giant golf ball on
Yeah.
its back.
Yeah.
I love that.
Right?
Yeah. What about you? Do you have favorite parts of the puzzle?
So I haven't been
call
able
to
to
you?
study that much yet because I also
Try to
kind of want to
keep it
save it
secret.
for when I get a puzzle it afterwards.
Yeah, right.
So I looked at it and just knew it was part of the series. But now as I look at it, you know, there's a bit of sky for folks that like sky. There, it is very busy, and that is normal for the Abandoned series. I feel like we've seen that parrot before, and I kind of love that parrot just for fun. But also this.
the mini golf sign stands out to me. The big red column with the golf ball
Right.
and the words, because it's the one
the text,
bit of
yeah.
words, the
Yeah.
text. So I feel like that right away people will pull for sure.
Yeah.
For me,
They're-
this is really close to like Gloomy Carnival with the busyness and the brightness. So
Yeah.
I really think it's approachable. Like
And that
Edie
one's
was
like
saying.
the carousel one, right? Like
Yeah,
the
and there's a
old
bit of
abandoned
roller-
carousel. Yeah,
and a
yeah,
little
I
bit
love
of roller
that.
coaster in the background.
Yep.
I loved that. And for this, you know, it'll be interesting. Someone's going to have to fact check us, but this pirate ship kind of in the middle looks very similar to the Putt-Putt when we were talking a minute ago. Putt-Putt Paradise, right? So it looks very similar. I wonder if it's
Oh,
the
yeah.
same sort of style ship, but I do know it is a different artist than Edward. So that's super fun. But there seems to be a little bit of something for everyone.
Yeah.
Even
Yeah.
though it's still a busy puzzle. Like this tiki right here, that's a great kind of element to look at.
Right. It goes right into the edge too.
Yeah.
So once the edge is built, that'll probably be knocked right out.
Here we're seeing table 17 just finished and starting the 1,000 piece.
These times are incredible.
These times are incredible.
Yeah, and it's interesting because for this round of competition where we have two puzzles back to back, we're not getting the huge crowd reaction than we normally would for each one.
Yeah, no, I know. It's like you wanted to hear the reaction when the abandoned one comes up
Yes.
because people would probably be pretty shocked to see that, but they're busy. they got bigger fish to fry.
So this is Team 26. This is one of our Southern California teams that we're so happy to see.
There
Well
is
done.
The Jig is Up. Is
Wow,
their
the Jig is
team
Up, yeah.
name.
Mandy, Jake,
Missy,
Melissa, and Scott.
Yeah. Well done, team. And they're waiting for the judges to
Right.
give that second word, that second
Yep.
confirmation, which is the letters
Yeah,
G-O
I
for
was just
go.
gonna say, can you
Yeah.
explain the rules around it, like how it works once they're done with one and before they can start the other? You're the head judge, so you're the one to hear it from.
Absolutely. So as teams get ready to finish that first puzzle, the judge is standing by to get that first finish time, and they will say the word complete when they see that last puzzle piece go into the puzzle. If there are missing pieces, we'll still softly count of like 1, 2, 3, up to 10 seconds to get that penalty. And if they can't find it in time, we will say the word complete at the end of the time penalty. And that cues the team to start packing up that first puzzle. The rule is simply that the first puzzle must be off the table. And Allie did explain in spirit that the puzzle should be back in the box, shouldn't be on the floor, but it should be kind of back in the box. Doesn't matter if it's on the table or off the table. As soon as the first puzzle is fully off the table, the judge will then say go as the indication for the second puzzle bag to be opened. So a team member, as other team members are packing up the puzzle, someone else can go to the side, pick up the bag. As long as they don't open the bag, that's fair game until they hear the word go.
Okay. That's really good. It's so explicit in terms of instructions because we're talking about seconds difference sometimes in finishes. So it's nice for puzzlers to get a very clear indication of what is expected. Like, what are the steps we need to do? Just tell us, we'll do it, and then we're clear on everything. And
The clarity is very important for fairness. And so we're watching this. So they're trying to get it back. So it's fully off the table. That's good. They waited to open that cinched bag until that judge in the yellow vest gave the go-ahead.
That was a really
and that
nice.
was Distant
clean.
Connections. Timothy, Sarah, Melissa, and Kristen.
And that was a sweet transition watching them. They were like a well-oiled machine on how they got that next puzzle out and ready to go.
And look at that seating. Team 23 right behind. Like this is whoever did the seating did a great job.
I've been giving props to Heather all weekend so far because she's the one who kind of figured all of that out, like in terms of who's in what prelim and table rank, table order, and she's just been nailing it. It's incredible.
That's impressive.
We're seeing the pen puzzlers from Pennsylvania, Maddie, Lydia, Trish, and Jennifer. Also ending with that same tree, Val, as you predicted.
Yep. I did want to mention, so for folks who are wondering about results, so if you go to the worldjigsawpuzzle.org website, there's a results tab, and you can click that, look for 2026 USA Jigsaw Nationals. Click on that, and then you can see all the divisions kind of in a top menu along the top of the page. Click on Teams A, and then you'll start to see results come in. I'm not really sure, actually. I should have asked Heather, and she's busy over there. She was going to join us on the stream in a little bit about how they're going, if they're going to wait till both puzzles are done before they post the result. Is that correct, William?
That is correct. There is another guest tabulator going around to try to get those first finish times.
Okay.
I bet it will take some times to load.
Right, okay.
So, EB, who are we seeing right now?
We are seeing... Val knows.
Yep. That's how Emma Williamson pronounced it on the stream yesterday.
Oh, that's so funny. Okay, so we do see that they started with the sky.
Yep. And that red sign, of course. Yep.
It's like the three of us picked the best hits.
Right.
And there they are.
We know what we're doing. We've seen a thing or two, right?
Yeah.
This isn't our first rodeo.
And EB was talking about the totem along the edge. That has to help reduce the time because that's such a different texture than the rest of it with the top foliage or the sky. So it is pretty recognizable.
But I don't think they had it done.
Oh, they didn't?
I don't think so.
Well, it is only maybe a few pieces.
I was surprised by seeing at this table too, we're seeing
this table 1.
Puzzles for 500. Both of them, I think, in sorting out the sky, also sorted out a purpley section of the water, and which is connected to a pink shell that's on the
bottom
concrete.
Part,
so that is getting done.
Oh, that's
I'm
the water
surprised
trap.
at that.
Yep.
That's the water trap with the shark.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and actually that could be a big section somebody could work on, is just getting all that sort of bottom business done. I kind of wonder if what we're going to see is either the ship or the green grass with the really wide assortment of objects going in last.
The green seems tough because it's so spread out in smaller chunks too.
But I think you mentioned, EB, or maybe like that we could just see this being one of those that at the end is a lot of little pockets just kind of all over because of the
busyness.
The busyness of it, exactly.
Yeah. And for me, I always try to find anchor points. So is there something that's bigger that's recognizable? Like there is that skeleton on the side of, as part of the image. There's also the railings of the side of the ship that I would try to...
Those are going to be helpful. I think those railings are really going to be handy for people if they're good at those kind of curved lines. Yeah.
And that's what I focus on, is trying to find those anchor points. Like, okay, that is a large enough pocket that I can use and do, and then use that as an anchor around. And we saw that in puzzle chess yesterday in the finals.
Yeah.
People were using like the red truck as the anchor. This seems a little bit similar.
So we're seeing Slow Jig, Charisse, Lauren, Anna, and Courtney.
And now, of course, I'm watching for the transition.
Right? I love watching
great.
a transition. How are they going to do it?
They're looking for a missing piece.
Is that what's happening?
2.
Okay.
Oh, great. So that was a standby judge. Very good. Sometimes we have enough time where there's 2 judges. So there's one that's kind of taking points.
Okay.
And one that might be like taking time.
Okay.
Because that was a
That's
good
nice.
division of
Yeah.
labor. So one is concentrated on the clock, taking the time, and the other one is giving them the verbal indications.
Yep.
We love seeing that teamwork, and we empower the judges to do so if there's enough of them on the floor.
Yep. Actually, speaking of that, how many are you guys having on the floor at any one time during a competition?
Around 20, and that gives a great spread.
Okay.
For the 200. Oh, well,
That's what we
right now it's
thought
only
yesterday.
100.
Yeah.
Yeah, for pairs and solos, we have about 1 for every 10 competitors, or
Okay.
10 to 20, and that works out just fine.
I mean, that's also nice because it's not as pressureful of a situation, you know? Like, if you're, like, having to watch, like, 20, 30 tables, that's really stressful.
Yeah.
If you're able to just kind of go, oh, this is my row, just walk back and forth.
Done. Well
So
done.
Oh,
we
no, who
just
was that?
saw,
68.
yeah, 60. So right before this was Snap It Like It's Stick Season, Vermont team, and now we're seeing Mile High Middlers, Michael, Dylan, Ketty, and Aubrey.
And once again with the foliage, and that's not a surprise.
Yep. So for this round, we have, because we have capacity here for 100 tables, we have 100 teams. All the teams get their own table, which means in the final, we have room for 100 teams. So we're going to have 50 from this prelim move on, and then 50 from the next one that will make it into the final on Sunday. And like I said earlier, that will mean they're doing 2 1,000-piece puzzles in a 3-hour time period on Sunday. And that's our final event. We like to end with the team. It's a little bit more low pressure, celebratory. It's nice to have everybody here kind of at the end of the event. And it is fun when you're in the room. Like, I don't even worry about I'm talking too loud because it's just more lively in here. You know, it's not so quiet.
So now it's interesting, Val, from the board perspective, the decision to make the prelims for teams of 500 into 1,000. Was there a thought around that?
We talked a little bit about that. It was mainly time. We just were kind of thinking about it as like, there's so much going on this weekend at the convention. And we kind of, you know, instead of having those 3-hour blocks to have to work with and having days that start at, 9 in the morning and go till 8 at night, we were like, wouldn't it be nice if maybe we could condense here and there? So that was part of the thinking. Is let's have a bit shorter round. We still wanted them to get 2 puzzles though, and we weren't going to do like a 1,500 marathon or something. We were like, let's still give them 2 puzzles, but let's just make the first one a little shorter and faster so that we just have a little more time in our schedule for people to relax and enjoy the rest of the event.
Yeah.
And from a speed puzzler perspective, does that give you a little bit more gas in the tank on the last day?
I don't know about the last day, but I definitely think it helps with the gas for this event. So a 500 is such a sprint that you really have so much left for the 1,000, and I think it helps with like keeping your energy up for 2 puzzles because that is a bit of a challenge.
Another consideration is that there are a lot of people here that don't do this a ton, right? Like they're maybe competing as a team for the very first time. If they can at least finish a 500 in the time, yay, we finished that one. Like, because there's a lot of times where if you're totally new to this or you're a team that's just not at the level of like the folks that can crank out a 1,000 piecer in a half hour, 40 minutes or whatever, it's just nice we're going to have that many more teams that get to finish a puzzle in the round and can celebrate that and feel good about having done that. So that, and then also it's just kind of fun to throw a 500 in there and see them crush it and be done in under 15 minutes with a 500-piece puzzle is really cool.
So we're back to puzzles for 500. One thing that they're doing that's interesting is that you'll see they've positioned the box sideways. So it's not upright like the image is you might normally do, but it matches the orientation of the puzzle on the table. So they've done this to maximize the space.
And to also, and to just have a better frame of reference, right? Yeah, yep.
Right. So they could, what my team is planning to do is to position the puzzle box upright, but also have the the 1,000 piece puzzle go all the way across the table, which doesn't leave you that much space on either
Right,
side.
right,
So
on
this
either
is
side.
the alternative.
So does it seem like Val was predicting using the water trap barrier line is what they have as sort of as
Oh,
the anchor at the bottom?
Yeah, that does look like
Act-
what's happening.
And
yeah.
I see the green. So someone did go for the green, even though it is drawn out and separated into different chunks.
Yeah, it did look like they'd sorted that.
Yeah,
like you can
it's
see that
very
one tray with
sortable.
a bunch of green on it. Yep.
I will also like to point out the size of the trays. We get questions all the time of on the floor of, I have these trays. Am I allowed to use these big trays? Well, the answer is yes, because we measure it and it's fine. But what we're seeing from these top puzzlers are these trays aren't that big.
No.
They're more of the medium and small size, like Zacco puzzle boards, right?
Yeah.
So
It's a space thing. The bigger trays cover up too much of the table. You don't want to cover up the pieces you're looking for.
So when people ask for speed puzzling tips, I feel like that's a really good one. Piece management and table management is really important.
And what we just saw Eminem and Eminem do really nicely was to pass the trays.
Yep.
So that's one reason to have trays in team puzzling is to
seemed
be
like-
able to pass the pieces and without changing places at the table, change what different puzzles are seeing and working on.
It seemed like someone was calling out for, hey, can I get any of this type of pieces? People load the tray and then pass it over to them. It seemed like what was happening.
So interestingly, I feel like we're really seeing a close comparison here. Like I feel
the
like,
green.
yeah,
is
I
in-
feel like
yeah.
they're attacking the same areas of the puzzle, and they're very matched right now in terms of how much they've completed.
Yeah, we're seeing girls in STEM. I do think they have the pirate ship, which I don't think we saw on the previous
okay.
team. Yep.
But what's strangely, they are getting a lot of the green in there. And so maybe all those little objects are just the ticket, right? For being able
could
to do
be.
a little bit of pick and place and get the green to come together quickly.
Right.
I wonder if this is also a case for a puzzle where having different skill sets on a team is very important. I know for me, people always ask, well, what do you do first? Well, after borders, I do anything yellow. Yellow just sings to me for whatever reason. And so I wonder if there's someone on that team who really is drawn to the green. And so
Right.
that's where having people who have different skills or different colors pop might come in handy.
I'm your pink and aqua girl.
Are you?
Yeah.
That's
So
the exact
What about you, Val?
Me, I'm pink and red, yeah. Pink and
Wow.
red is always what I'm drawn to. So this is Team 46, Eat, Sleep, Knit Puzzles.
And don't you love their
Yes.
knitted
Their
vests?
outfits
They're
is
amazing.
Aaron Walker, Jenny Simino, Deanna Pownell, and Arlie Pridgeon. I hope I'm pronouncing those correctly. But yeah, knit is in the name, right? And very apropos. I love the sweater vests.
And can we give out a shout out to Trish? She was the judge in the background.
Oh, yeah.
Trish and Sue, good friends who come. They're also puzzlers, but they volunteer with us every single round they've been helping.
Yep.
So thank you so much to
They
them.
purely come here to volunteer. They don't compete at all. I don't even know, did they even go and casually puzzle ever? Or do they just...
They went downstairs to the casual area
Okay, good.
a little bit yesterday, so that was nice for
I
them.
hope they're taking a break here
Yeah.
and there to enjoy themselves. But yeah, they are very dedicated.
Big shout out to all volunteers.
Oh my
yay.
gosh, yeah. We have like I think there's going to be over 200 people over the course of the weekend that are volunteering their time, and we're so appreciative. We do have nice little gifties for volunteers as like, a reward or a recognition of their effort. I think especially on this weekend, because there is so much going on, for them to give up maybe, 6 to 8 hours of their time to help out and volunteer is significant. So yeah, we appreciate it so much.
And we show them that love when we start each of the volunteer briefings, and it's just such a fun energy. People are very kind to give up some of their convention time, like you said.
Yeah.
So it's very nice.
They get T-shirts. It depends on the number of shifts, but they get like T-shirts, and we do puzzles from Ravensburger. We get we try to provide lots of nice little incentives and things like that.
Done. Yep.
Nice.
All right, and this is the random pieces. Gloria, Kaylee, Andrew, and Jamie.
Wow, we're seeing so many. Oh gosh, there they are. They're right in front of you. They're right on the puzzle.
And they would say, ooh, are we in the count?
Oh no, there was
2,
one missing still.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, Okay. That's
You
okay.
were maybe a little off from
Probably.
the person.
There might be a delay in the feed. Who knows? We assume best
Close.
intentions.
She must have said go, and that gave them the indicator.
Yeah, we do assume
Yeah,
best intentions
yeah.
of all of our puzzlers, and that's a good thing.
That is a nice way to do it, and I like that you guys do it that way, because then there can't be so much of a mistake later of like, oh, you have to add 10 seconds to this person or whatever, you know, because I think we've seen that at other competitions where they write the time down and then they put a plus 10, but then it doesn't show up in the results because whoever's entering might miss that. So by just doing it physically,
streamlined communication in the moment, and then for the tabulator. And there's such an immediacy around this transition that we want to get it right. And one of the things that might seem silly is we get to the end of the first puzzle and we say complete. They're looking for that second bag. They have no clue where it is.
Oh,
so that's why actually on the floor when everyone entered, we said, please put your personal belongings on the opposite side of where that second puzzle is. And people looked at it kind of fun, look at us kind of strangely. Oh, what? Like that's it seems like an unnecessary guideline. And we explained, like, in that moment, we want you to know exactly where it is.
Right,
So they're like, oh, thank you for caring.
So we're back to M&M and M&M.
Yellow and orange thing, that's what you're going
They also have their box rotated 90 degrees to the left to match the orientation of the puzzle on the table.
There's Min Dang, one of our San Diego puzzlers. She comes.
Oh, no, go ahead.
She comes up to Orange County Speed Puzzler competitions. She, I think, went to Winter Carnival. She's going everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
And now we're seeing Jigonometry. This is a NorCal puzzle team. You can see the missing piece
that's
on
so
their
clever.
shirts.
That is good.
Linnea, Caroline, Susanna, and Doug.
We know those names.
Yep.
They're doing an interesting strategy. They have not, to kind of keep more pieces close to the puzzle, they didn't connect the top edge and the bottom edge.
Yep.
We haven't seen that from anyone else.
No,
That's
not really.
fascinating, Yeah.
And I do want to point out, because for people on the live stream, they're maybe like, what is going on? Why are there two different sets of puzzles? Because right now in the room, you've got some that have finished the very first 500 piecer and moved on to their second 1,000 piecer, and some, you know, so it is a mix in the room right now. But anybody that's doing Plundered Putt, this beautiful Ravensburger Abandoned Series puzzle is, when they're done with this, they're done. That's their finish.
And I am curious if the chat, if anyone in the chat is also as excited for the Abandoned series as I am, or if it's more niche than I'm expecting. But is there any love out there for the Abandoned series? And if so, which puzzle from the Abandoned series are people interested or are most drawn to or like the most? And does this new Plundered Putt for the Abandoned series, how does that rank for you in of favorites? Like, and we're going to all see together what that is. But this one's pretty bright.
This is so great in the chat. Somebody was like, wow, I left for a little bit, and it's like, I get back and they're on another puzzle.
Surprise.
Yeah,
Surprise.
it was like, you know, if you were gone for 15 minutes, you missed a whole puzzle.
And now we're seeing the Cherry Blossom Challengers, a DC team. Eric, Lindsay, Jenna, and Sarah.
So I think I'm going to head back out on the floor.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Val and Evie, for letting me crash to celebrate my favorite
Yay.
series. I hope people enjoy it.
Thanks for popping over.
Thank you to
Yeah.
Ravensburger for all the info. Thank you
Yes.
for the USA JPA for picking this.
Oh, good.
It's so great. Can't wait to add it to the
Yay.
collection.
Awesome. Thanks,
We'll see you
William.
real soon.
Good luck out there. 'Cause
Thank you.
It sounds like it's almost, according to Misty, almost everybody's done with the 500.
That's something to celebrate.
We've only got like 15, 20 teams maybe left that are still working on it, and they're all doing great. So we're going to see, I think, everybody moving on to the 1,000-piecer soon.
Awesome.
Awesome.
We'll see you on
thanks,
the other
William.
side.
Yep.
We're seeing Gloomy Carnival in the chat,
Yeah.
Arcade, Toy Store.
We definitely saw, I scrolled back a little ways, and there was a lot of, I love this. Like, yeah, so people are liking it, I think.
So we're seeing two views of the Whimsy Pieces at this point. Hannah Sigler, Mari Black, Karen Nill, and Sammy Brownlow. Fun fact about Karen, she was the quote-unquote senior world champion.
Oh, that's
at
right.
the World
that's right.
Jigsaw Puzzle Championship. However, this was the first year that they had like a senior category and a junior category. I think the senior category started at age 50
Yeah,
or
I'm
something
like
like that.
insulted. I think
know,
I would
right?
be in the senior category.
Yeah, quote unquote senior for sure.
Hardly seems fair. I mean, I'm practically in my prime right now, so, you know.
You are. I definitely agree.
I do like that they did that at Worlds, though. I think that's just really fun. It wasn't like they had to be in their own like puzzle division kind of thing. It was more at the end, they're looking at prizes and they're like, okay, we're going to give out prizes. Bonus prizes, exactly, for anybody who was like under 18 or, who fell in that like senior division. They also called the debutante division, which was for all the people new to Worlds, which I thought was cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is kind of a fun addition that they were doing with the World Jigsaw Puzzle org. And we're going to have another guest joining us to give us even more knowledge on this amazing plundered putt puddle, or plundered putt puddle? I said plundered putt puddle, a plundered putt puzzle. We are joined by Nate Welton from Ravensburger. Welcome, Nate. Yes.
I love the headsets.
Thank you.
This is
official. You can hear us really nicely, right?
This is so good.
Yeah. So tell us about this, because this is new, right? Like
yes,
to have a big popular series like this and drop one of those puzzles during a contest.
This feels like the culmination of how far the Abandoned series has evolved, because this just shows, even though the theme is more dark, dreary, that doesn't mean you have to just go with dark and dreary colors. Like there's so much pops in here, ton of variety. I mean, this is just really exciting. To see an Abandoned series here, I mean, this has been a series that's been evolving for 5 years now.
And it's one of your most popular, right?
Yep.
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah. I think it's just this trend of seeing abandoned places and then like, okay, how do we apply that puzzle look to it? And I think this is also a series that is up for interpretation. Like you can make your own story with it. Now, when Rachel was working on this, I talked to her about, we talked a lot about in the direction of this, is it okay to have this like smorgasbord of all these discarded items? I said, yes, because to me, the story that you can almost create with this is this person who owned this mini golf course was like, I'm going to make this big thing. And they tried out all these different themes. And so you kind of see the progression of like, man, this really didn't work out. But at least that's the story that I come up with. And I think that's my interpretation. But puzzlers can have that interpretation too.
I like that you talk about it kind of telling a story, because I do feel like that's true. I've done a lot of the Abandoned series ones, and you just find all these little details and your brain can just sort of start to construct a visual narrative around why this is here. Why
do we have this pirate skeleton with the horse from a merry-go-round?
Oh, thank you. Yeah, no, exactly. It's so cool. And I will say, too, like one of the things I like about this is Abandoned series can sometimes be a little dark. Not dark. Like you guys went full, like blown, saturated color for this.
And you can, like I said earlier, you can see as these collections grow, we take the learnings and we're like, okay, what do people like about these? What's working? And I mean, that applies for all of these. And sometimes people, when they're like, hey, if I'm looking for an Abandoned series, I'm looking for this kind of vibe, this kind of aesthetic.
Yeah, I think it's really the feeling. The feeling you get when looking at the art. And that's what I love about the Abandoned series. It's this, like,
it's a
really
feeling.
Transports you.
Not a coincidence that I probably do a lot of them around Halloween time. Because it's not like there's a ton of Halloween puzzles out there. I mean, you can go with the sort of gothic themed puzzles, but I feel like these work well for that.
Why are there more palm fronds?
So what's it like seeing this in competition, Nate? Because you don't usually work much with the stuff that we end up using, because you're with the licensed content a lot of times. Just give people a little background on Nate. He's your Marvel, your Minecraft, your Disney, all that. And now here you're finally getting to see something you worked on.
Your baby. Your baby is at Nationals.
Because it's so funny, because Rachel will sometimes just call me and say, hey, I have a couple questions about this puzzle. And I'm like, yeah, okay. And so I see this. I'm like, oh, just talking about like we normally would with any puzzle of, oh, let's think about this. Maybe we try this stuff. And then to see it in the boxes, I'm like, oh wait, oh this is that, and like the synapses start firing off, and you're like, oh okay, because yeah, I'm like you said, Val, I'm much more far removed from it now on the license side, so it's just fun to see like, oh cool, this went all the way to nationals, like you said, EB.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, and we're watching them put it together, and it's coming together pretty quick. So we haven't talked times yet for final times. We talked a little bit, you know, what are we thinking for the 500? I mean, are we looking at under an hour here, do you think?
Yes.
For final?
Absolutely.
Time? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I think 40 minutes, maybe.
Yeah. And so that if they finish the 500 in under 20, then yeah, probably in the mix for around an hour. I think so too. I think that's going to be, our top times are going to be coming in right around that mark.
Maybe 38:50. that might be a stretch. We'll see.
For the second puzzle, yep.
But I think, like I said before, having the 500 first, you know, sets the teams up to go faster on the second one because they're just like pumped up.
Yeah.
And the switch really helps with energy too, but I think they can give it 100%.
I will be curious, and I'm going to want to ask puzzlers after, do you like this? Do you prefer, is it almost like you get a warm-up puzzle and then you get into the 1,000 and it's not as maybe intensive of two 1,000, you know, two 1,000s is it's a time. It's a little bit of a time that where you're really having to focus in for over an hour, hour and a half, and that can be rough. So yeah, I wonder if they're going to just prefer that setup.
I think the reveal is a big thing too. I remember with Fishes of Fuchsia for last year, and you heard the when everyone saw it. But for this one, I did not hear.
No, I didn't really.
So
hear
I think
much.
that's also that sets the mood right away, where people are like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
They see the bright colors,
Right.
they're like, all right, we're in.
Yeah, so the people that were still on the 500 and heard the reveal probably were relieved they didn't hear anything too dramatic happening.
Yep, exactly. You're also getting kind of the. I mean, you're in your own zone, but then. You're also checking, like, okay, what are other people doing? Like the teams who have moved ahead. And yeah, if you don't hear those cries of dismay, you're like, oh, okay, we're in this.
I like cries of dismay. I'm going to use that. You heard any cries of dismay?
So this is Peach Please. We're puzzling. We haven't seen as much of them.
No, but
they're not at a table that has the overhead. So, but they are cruising. They look really good.
Yeah. Jen, Amber, Zin, and Beatrice.
Yeah, Amber is a newer puzzler. I think she came in the top 5, maybe top 3 in her solo.
Yeah, we
prelim
talked to
round.
her yesterday. She was, I think, top 3. So yeah.
And here we're seeing puzzles for 500. That's Grayson and Jean, close to the camera.
They're at table number 1, so they would be the favorite coming into this round. But I mean, the favorite by about a smidge, right? Because all of these puzzlers in this first row are incredibly fast, and we can expect to finish in amazing times.
Yeah, they are.
Now, did we take or place any bets on which parts would be puzzled last?
I mean,
that's
I
a good
was
question.
sort of wrong.
Oh, yeah?
I already was saying I thought maybe the green section would be some
I
of
think
the last
I said
stuff.
that. I think I said that.
Well, I think we both agreed that that
Okay.
might be the case, and then now it seems like that's really
definitely
come
not.
together.
Yeah.
It's looking more like the stuff above the green, where it's a little more of a mishmash.
Right. The dark. Okay, so this
It's the
bottom
dark.
right corner is darker for this puzzle. The bottom of the pirate ship.
Yeah, it looks like they're really just grabbing the stuff that's really bright, sticks out easily, and then the darker pieces will go in last, as we typically do see in these contests.
Right.
Any speculation, EB, about next round? So EB's going to be competing in the teams B.
Am I allowed to say it, Val?
What, like your speculation?
Yeah, am I?
Well, of course.
Okay, well,
you don't know
Earl-
anything.
No, I don't. However, I did see your face when I was talking about the size of this puzzle.
Oh, so you're reading me now?
Yeah, so that's why I'm asking. I could see it being a circle or an XL size pieces. Let me try to read Nate now.
What?
He has a better poker
I'm
face
just gonna
now.
look
That's because
over
I don't know
here.
anything.
Yeah, I'm not surprised
This is
about
why
that.
they bring me now, because they're like, Nate's on the license side.
Oh
He doesn't know what's
okay.
going on. So
Oh,
like, just bring him.
tip everyone who's watching the live stream. No licensed puzzles next round.
That's always the case, though.
Yeah.
We've got rules on that. It's a bummer. I said that to Connor because Connor
Loves
he
Disney,
loves
right?
Disney, and he would give anything to pull a Disney puzzle out of there. So get on that, like make it happen.
Never say never.
Oh, well, that's fun.
Ooh.
Ew.
Now Nate's got the poker face.
Yeah, he's just messing with us now.
Ooh.
But yeah, no, it's so hard. I try really hard to keep a poker face. I hope I'm doing that. Yesterday, I told everybody, just get ready. It's going to be a crypt puzzle in the final, and it's all night stuff.
I mean, we're going to need to be holding up cards like they do in football games, like the whole thing of like, hey, when we're communicating, like
Right?
covering our mouths, like everything.
Yeah.
So I think you said that this might be one of those puzzles where we see holes scattered all over,
look,
and that
it
is
is
definitely
everywhere.
what we're seeing
Yes.
on Puzzles for 500's table.
But Puzzles for 500 is cruising. I would love to see a side-by-side of them and Girls in STEM because I think it's sort of close, but right now I think table number 1 might have a bit of a leg up right now.
And just a reminder for those who were listening in earlier, 3 of the 4 team members on this team were on the winning team last year. So again,
Yep.
they're seated at table 1 and
Yeah.
very strong team.
Grayson is the new recruit, and Grayson, incredibly fast, so.
Yeah, Grayson
Yeah.
won their
Yeah.
solo prelim round yesterday. Oh, back to Peach Please or Puzzling.
Wow, Peach Please or Puzzling is going to maybe sneak in there in the
Yeah.
top 3, I think.
Could be. Their holes are looking a bit more large and rectangular than table 1's.
I think we've been pronouncing it wrong. I think it's Peach Please. We're puzzling.
Yeah, you got to put a lot of oomph on the please.
Peach Please.
Please.
Okay, so you know how you get weird things stuck in your head? Yesterday on the stream, I said baby bleachers, and it's bugging me because I'm like, that makes it sound like they're bleachers for babies, and it should be baby bleachers.
Oh, I did not even think about that.
So now I'm correcting it. Now I can sleep at night. Okay, thank
That's
you,
what's
everybody.
You're talking about the seating arrangement.
Yes, the seating arrangements. I was pointing out to Sarah Schuler that we're a real sporting event because we have
Oh,
bleachers
yeah.
this year.
Yeah.
And she was like, I don't see any bleachers. I'm like, we have baby bleachers.
That's the point.
And they're right over there. Yes, exactly.
The comically small
The
bleachers.
comically small bleachers.
Hey, right now someone's standing on the
Yep.
bleachers to
I know.
get a better view.
Right?
Yep.
It's working. It's helping.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Look
wow,
at Girls in
yes,
STEM.
I
Okay.
know. Okay,
All right.
I was wrong. Maybe I was wrong. I don't know.
I
we'll
think
see.
you- oh,
but Kelly's
yeah,
got the
hard
leg
to
up, you guys.
yeah.
Look at
Yep.
Kelly's got her leg up. That means serious business. When Kelly
Wow, it's gonna be
Walter
close.
puts one leg
I
up
think
on the
it's gonna be
chair.
close.
The puzzle
Look
posture.
out, everybody.
Goodness. Yes, so now we're back to Puzzles for 500. I think it's going to possibly be Girls in STEM, but
Oh, here we
just
go.
by
We're
like 10,
We get the
10
split
pieces
screen.
or so. 20 pieces.
Oh, they did it. Girls in STEM
it's
got
Girls
it.
in STEM
Wow.
for the win in prelim round A.
It was just under 56.
56.
Holy cow. Oh, but these, Puzzles for 500 is going to be right behind them. I bet it's less than a minute. Yeah, look at that. It's going to be like 20 seconds. Woo! Yeah, I bet that's like a 30-second difference between 1 and 2, which when you think about that's across 1,500 pieces, that is incredibly close.
Absolutely.
Yes. So Girls in STEM came in 6th at last year's Nationals, and they've definitely gotten faster since
Yes,
then.
Oh, yeah.
They
definitely.
post a lot of times on myspeedpuzzling.com. because they practice a lot together, and their times are very, very impressive.
Yep. That was exciting. I love it when we have a close finish like that.
Oh, and we're seeing those trays being passed between M&M and M&M.
And the cameras are all really circling the Whimsy Pieces group right now at table 2. So I suspect they are also getting very close. Yep, there they are right there.
Oh, yeah. And
Yep.
they've loaded the pieces on their trays so that they can bring them closer to the holes in the puzzle so that it's just easier to see where certain pieces will fit. So the trays are located over completed parts of the puzzle just to get them closer. Now, of course, looking back at M&M and M&M, that's not so much an option because their holes are scattered.
Yep. A lot of people in the chat being like, amazing, under an hour. Somebody just said, you know, I called it. My prediction was correct. Nice. Good job
I think
on
that's
that.
SJ Bodal.
Oh, yeah.
So-
Oh, SJ's watching.
SJ.
Oh, hello, SJ. Oh, and there we go. Whimsy
Pieces.
58. Right around that 58 mark. That's fantastic. I mean, I know it's only taken them an hour, but I will say, even though that was just an hour or so, that's exhausting, right? Like, you are so just gassed after something like that because, I mean, they were going so fast.
Yes. Another
Yep,
tray
tray
shift.
pass, yep. Which is smart because then they can each just focus on the area right in front of them for filling in. So I just think that works really well when you have this kind of a you know, scenario going where you have all these random holes that you're just trying to fill.
I mean, you're
Not having to
seeing-
reach all the way
right.
across and like get in the way of
Right.
another person.
And you're rarely seeing a lot of troubleshooting of like, a lot of these times at this point, those pieces, those holes are getting filled in first try.
Yep, they're not jamming,
Yep.
they're just placing.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, and we're back to Peach, please. We're puzzling.
That was good.
Thank you. I thought about it.
Oh, they might be getting
Yeah.
fourth. Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, but
And these are some. I would say Jen and Amber. They're newer to
Yeah,
the puzzling scene.
for sure. Oh, there we go. Yep, they got it in under an hour, just under.
That's got to feel good. Sub 1 hour.
Oh, right. Also, again, shout out Heather. You've got the top 4 within the top 5 tables right now, and when this one finishes, you've got your top 5 at your top 5 tables. I do want to say shout out to JPAR actually, because Heather's using our data, the JPA rating system that was originally devised by Tammy McLeod and has been consistently improved upon by this amazing set of volunteers that we have that keep working on the system of how we do it all and how we determine which results to include. And I mean, they're killing it because the ratings are proving to be incredibly accurate in terms of placement over the course of the weekend.
So I think we're seeing Space City Puzzlers.
Oh, which table is that?
Yeah, Space City
Oh, yeah,
Puzzlers,
there we
table
go.
8 from Texas. So I'm guessing they're from Houston.
Cool.
Kelsey, Kaylee, Amy, and Kate.
Nice. And we're going to be joined here in a minute by some winners, but thank you so much, Nate, for
course.
coming over and
Thanks.
giving us
Yeah.
more info on the puzzle. We love it.
Good stuff.
Hopefully we'll see you again, at some point this
I'd like
weekend,
that.
maybe. It'd be fun to have you on again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
good
if
having
we
you around.
see a licensed puzzle in the final, I'm going to be really impressed by your poker face.
Until next time, then.
Well, and we haven't even gotten to talk EB because this is going so fast, but I was like wanting to get to the part about the panel that you did, but maybe we'll have
Oh,
time
yeah.
still at the
Maybe
end. We
when
have time
things
left.
settle down a bit.
We'll bring on our first place winners on this team prelim. They're going to get settled in here.
Congratulations, you guys.
Oh, we just saw Evan M&M finish there. Sorry, we were
Oh.
getting all situated here.
They are looking tired. Yeah. Whew.
Yeah, you can just, yeah. Yeah, so we have very special guests over here. We have, okay, I got to get this right. Hannah Doyle, Chloe. How do you pronounce your last name, Chloe? So I get it right. Okay, Lickbarg, okay. And then Sky Vandelis and Caitlin McCluskey. So thanks for joining us here at the table. So tell us about these two puzzles that you just put together in an incredibly fast time, by the way.
We've done puzzles similar. The second one was like the Abandoned series.
It is the Abandoned series.
It is.
Yeah, we've been talking about this.
Now we know.
And so I think when we opened it, we were like, oh my God, it's like the Abandoned series. These puzzles are so hard. And we went, no, they're not. It's so colorful.
Right?
It's totally not dark at all.
Nice.
We did
It was.
abandoned puzzle in really bad lighting before, so we're like, it'll just be better than that, you know?
And it was.
Oh, good, obviously.
Yeah, you guys did awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
How did you tackle it? And I guess I know that you're a very practiced team. It's so clear that you are getting faster and faster, like individually and as a team since last year's nationals. Can't wait to see what you guys do in the final. But yeah, because you have that like benefit of practicing so much together, how did you divide it up as team members?
Well, I think that for the second one, it's really got a lot of different elements. So it was actually quite hard to divide it up. So we did a lot of switching. I don't know if the cameras were catching that. But I think I switched seats like at least 3, maybe 4 times. And so part of that was to make sure that we were trying different areas depending on people's strengths, which we've definitely learned through practice. We used trays to make sure that people were able to see all the pieces, like especially towards the end. I think that's really helpful.
Oh, that's a point there. We try and make sure we get all of the pieces on a one tray as soon as possible. We learned that through experience. Like last nationals, we would have had pieces on 4 trays up until close to the end. And this time it's like as soon as there's space, more pieces come onto the one tray.
Another thing we've learned is to like keep kind of rotating through like sorting, because a lot of times there's things you can't see in the beginning of the puzzle, and then like once you started working on it, you're like, oh, this gray, that's shark. Like I thought it was cement before, and like you can go and do things that you weren't able to do like right at the beginning. So yeah.
Yeah, what about the first one? Because I don't know the exact time you finished in, but I think it was about 15 minutes or so. That's incredibly fast. What were your thoughts when you pulled this out? Because this isn't your typical American puzzle, right? It's not an illustration. It's like a street scene photo.
Yeah, but since we practice a lot, we had done a puzzle with buildings on it kind of recently. And so we thought, okay, with that one, each person takes a building. But then here was a little bit different. There was so much foliage that I think we sort of compensated for that later. And again, tried to make sure that we were switching seats where necessary. And trying to play to people's strengths. So some of us like busier parts and some of us like more of like a solid section. And so trying to make sure that those people were in like a good physical position to be doing that. Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah, Space City Bubbles just finished.
Well done.
Who got to do the pavement, the road? Because
I assume that was Caitlin.
Me, the best bit of the whole puzzle.
Right? I was like, I would have grabbed that immediately. I did just like, I called dibs on the pavement.
That's
yes.
exactly what I said. I said, no one touch my pavement. This is mine.
like,
I'll fight you for it.
We all knew it was going to be Caitlin, because like she loves pavement. So
Anything
That's
black
hilarious.
or gray, a solid, nice,
Yep.
solid color section. Thank you
I
very
got
much.
to do the brick building, which I felt like I was getting the best section. That was
Well, it is the brightest.
yeah,
I mean,
my
it really
favorite was the
sticks
blue
out.
building. So I felt really lucky. I got to do that. And then Chloe loves a good sky. I don't know.
I called dibs on that sky real early with no contention there.
No wonder you do so well together. You all are immediately drawn to different sections, so that's really a nice coincidence there that you like
Yeah.
are so complementary in your style and selection.
It's worked out well.
Yeah,
I feel like it's something we've actually learned since last year is like, you're not like, it's not worth saving the best part for someone else because your best part and their best part are not the same thing. So like it's worth just like letting people know what things you're gravitating towards. And a lot of times it is really different. So
we also like to learn, like we talk about how we did a puzzle even at nationals, it seems. So when we finished both the puzzles, we were talking about the 500 piece that we should have started on the tree a lot earlier.
Oh, really?
The one on the upper left.
Yeah,
Oh,
because it was so
okay.
much harder than the rest of the puzzle for us that we should have had someone going at it from the beginning so that when we were finishing, we weren't 8 hands all in a small section of the puzzle.
And who gets to do the stuff that no one wants to do on your team?
Hannah.
Only because Hannah likes it, and we usually don't. The rest of us like a good large section. Hannah loves busy stuff, so we call it trash, and she gets the trash.
Yeah, we usually rotate at some point so that I'm near the pile. That way I can just pick up one piece at a time, and it works out.
I love it. So she's like, oh, you get all the stuff nobody else wants. Hannah, here you go.
I'm like, I can't tell what this is, and that means Hannah's gonna love it.
I just want to highlight real quick, get your head in the game on screen right now. High School Musical jerseys.
Yes,
awesome.
Love
it.
their team jerseys.
And they had a sub for today.
They did.
Yeah.
And from what I've heard, they need to stick with the sub, Tiffany Medeiros, for tomorrow.
Got it.
Wait, their sub is Tiffany? How do you
No big
store
deal.
her for
No
a
big deal.
sub? Like, what? Yeah, no kidding.
They're a strong team, so it's nice that
awesome.
they found another strong team member.
Yeah, right? But I'm just like, wait, how is Tiffany not on a team coming here?
Shout out to the San Francisco Bay Area team that's on the screen right now.
Yeah.
Anti-flower
Table number
puzzle club.
13.
Yeah.
Fifi, Audrey, Christopher, and Helen. And Cherry
Yeah, well-
Blossom Challengers on screen now.
I mean,
DC-based team.
I have to say, I mean, anti-flower puzzle club, that feels like a dig a little bit at the USA JPA here. Are they referencing last year's flower puzzles by any chance?
I don't know.
I didn't take it that way.
I was curious.
No comment.
I got a sticker, and I was like, I don't belong to this club, but I'll take your sticker.
No, I mean, we can take it all in. I mean, I actually had that team name written down as one to like mention because I was like, love that. Yes, throw us some shade. We do not mind. We think it's hilarious. Right away, I thought of Cherry Blossom Challengers. I was like, another, but
Well,
no,
they
I
were
think they're just from DC.
Yeah, they had the same name last year.
They're pro flowers for
Yes,
sure.
they're
in the
pro
team
flowers,
name.
exactly.
Yeah. Wow. A very
Now,
similar face to
Val,
ours.
to follow up on a talk we had last year about there not being a theme, which everyone contests.
I can't look at you right now.
I finally think there was no theme in the solo prelim puzzles this year.
Just gonna stare at the paper because I found out she's trying to read me like poker. She's like, "Well, earlier I said something and your eyes went wide," and I'm like, "No!" Like I'm just gonna hide over here now.
We
I do
got
not
a
have good
tip
poker
that
face.
we won't see licensed puzzles in the next round. It's a big tip.
Big
Because
tip.
the abandoned series, the abandoned series is licensed, so that was a twist. for you
Well,
guys.
I don't
didn't
think of
realize.
it. I mean,
It doesn't say it on the box.
right. I was like, I don't think of it as licensed so much because it's not like a part of IP. Like, you know, it's not
Yeah.
like a Star Wars puzzle. Or,
True. But
Disney.
2027, the green box branding that is in line with all the other abandoned will be coming out.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this is like
Yes.
limited edition.
Yeah.
Limited
So
edition.
this is limited
Well,
edition.
any of them that
Yes.
have the
Right.
USA JPA logo on them like this are limited edition.
Correct, but yes, for the purists out there, the collectors who want the Abandoned series in its pristine original packaging, you just have to wait till 2027, and then
be
you can
back.
get it with that. But yes, it is a bit of a twist, like you said, because I don't think people were necessarily expecting something from like a series like that to be a part of the competition.
Definitely not.
Okay, I have another question for you guys. So, at the Psychology of Speed Puzzling panel yesterday, one of the topics that I talked about was some research from sports psychology that shows that for female teams, team cohesiveness is a stronger predictor of performance than for male sports teams.
Oh, interesting.
So I'm curious about your team cohesiveness and also like what you've done over time to build your cohesion, your communication, how you navigate disagreements over like how puzzles should be done, and because
Anti-Flower Puzzle Club.
Yeah, they
Well
finished.
done.
Yay.
yeah.
Sorry.
So thoughts on that?
Well, like, since we have become a team, we've become really good friends, like, outside of that. Like, sometimes we hang out and we don't do any puzzles.
Or maybe just a few.
So I think that definitely, like, we are very, like, close. And I think that that does probably help with the puzzling because we know each other really well, and, like, we can take, like, feedback and, like, talk about our performance in ways that aren't like personal, and it's really nice.
And we came to that over time. I think because we live close together and can travel to see each other on weekends or like even after work, it's building that over time. It definitely wasn't this way right off the bat, but there's also probably something to be said about you're not going to like everybody, and that's okay. And so we lucked out in a way that we immediately liked each other and wanted to build that friendship more, and then wanted to keep meeting each other every weekend to do puzzles. And then slowly, built up that ability to kind of say, like, it's so much easier now to say if I don't want to do a section. Before, I might have been like, oh, I kind of have to because
I don't want to let them down.
I don't want to let the team down. Whereas now I can see a section immediately and go, guys, this isn't my strength. Someone else is going to have to take this one. I'm gonna put it to the side or anything like that. It makes it so much easier.
And one of the other things we were talking to each other about before this round was like, no matter how this puzzle goes, we're still going to be good friends afterwards, and we're still going to hang out probably like immediately.
Tell them our plans with the flamingo.
Oh yeah, okay. So if anyone's watched the Thursday Murder Club movie or read the books, there is a movie adaptation, and there's a very small reference to a puzzle because they meet in the puzzle room for the Murder Club. And so we got the puzzle this weekend from the Puzzle Garage. It's a very random puzzle, and it was hard to find, so really
It has
lucky
a
that-
lot of flamingos.
It looks sort of horrible, but I'm really excited to do it while we watch the movie.
Yeah.
Yep, so that's our plan when we get back home.
I love that. There's a whole like Discord channel of just people sharing when they find puzzle references in different media, like so in TV shows. I don't know if it's us in this community. I feel like I see it all the time now, but maybe I'm just on the lookout for it more. But
I'm definitely, like trained now. Like my eye
Right?
catches a puzzle really fast.
Yep,
Like,
yep.
oh.
I feel like it just is all, Bridgerton has them doing a puzzle. It's like, what? I mean, yeah, it's just
I'm
everywhere
seeing
now.
them everywhere now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really great.
I'm going to take credit. I think it's all of us. I think it's our community and just our vast influence over cultural,
Cincy Snap
American
Squad.
culture.
Let's go.
Oh, that's a cool name. Yeah, yay. I love the shirts. Those are great.
That was Aubrey, Kelsey, Edith, and Sarah.
Well done.
Now I think we're seeing some Minnesota puzzlers. We've got Liz and Josh Nelson, who are siblings.
I know, and I was trying to find them so that I could talk about who
their team.
their teammates are.
I feel like
I
the
know. I
puzzle,
need the Control F feature on hard
the puzzle
copy.
looks so much more colorful from farther
What
away.
were you going to say? Sorry about that.
I remember it being really gray.
Looking at the
really
puzzle,
interesting.
from here, there's so many more colors. It's like, oh, that's quite beautiful from far away. It felt very dark.
In the moment, yeah.
At the end, right?
Yeah.
You remember what you end on.
Yeah.
It leaves the lasting impression.
Exactly.
Well, that's another thing that we've learned to do is like at the end of the puzzle, like you have what looks like a random tray, but we try to do like a final sort, and we were able to pull out like a dark section that would have been really hard to end on and do it kind of beforehand. So
potentially the bottom right
Yeah, it's
corner?
the
I was
skull
going
and
to say the
crossbones at the
skull and
bottom.
crossbones.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That
We-
definitely looks darker on the puzzle than it does in the box.
Yeah, we like to look at the puzzle and look for big areas that are missing and say what's missing, look at the box, and then try to find it as well. Because I think sometimes you can't see it in the pieces, but you can see it when you're looking at like what is the area that's not missing. Maybe that's a big chunk someone could still be doing while the rest of us are figuring out the rest of the sort of like loner pieces. And you can see that a lot of people are ending on the skull and crossbones. And I think we did too, but
Nuts.
hopefully
Yeah.
we ended like less on the skull and crossbones than we otherwise might have.
Who was that?
So that was War and Peace,
War and Peace.
Tammy and McLeod, Yvonne Foy, Lindsay Seenstra, and Simi Berman.
Let's go.
Okay, so now if
no.
you go to worldjigsawpuzzle.org and the results you are seeing now, so right now it looks like 8 finishers have been entered. And that was at around the 1 hour, 10-minute mark, the last finisher that was entered in there. And so we have had some since then. But that's kind of crazy that we're at an hour. We have an hour left of this competition, and we've already got a bunch of teams that have finished. And then you can also see the times for the first finishes. And so that's kind of fun. But yeah, your final time was 55:55. So,
It's a great number.
yeah, right?
We couldn't have planned that better.
Under an hour for 2 puzzles? Awesome.
Right? I mean, it's basically like always coming into this, I figure, you can rely on a team of 4 to probably get a 1,000-piece puzzle done in around 40 minutes.
Right.
But I didn't really know what to expect on the 500 because we don't give you those very often. And so that was, about a 15-minute for you. So that's
I'll take
a
it.
nice breakdown.
Yeah, and I think we use my speed puzzling a lot as a team and as individuals. And so we had seen that some other teams were also doing 500-piece puzzles in around 15, 16 minutes. And so we were really trying to make sure we did like a few practices to make sure that we were also in that ballpark. But yeah, not necessarily our strength. They often go by really fast.
Yeah. So you're saying basically you stuck to probably practicing more of 1,000s, but threw a few 500s in the mix just to...
Yeah, like as a warm-up or a cool-down, if we were doing like a couple puzzles in a row of like thousands, we'd be like, okay, and we'll do like a 500 just to sort of make sure that we're going to feel prepared and calm on the day of.
Oh, who is
Let's
that?
get ready to crumble. Genesis, Jessica, Melinda, and Kinsey.
Well done.
Oh, nice. Yeah. So I did want to ask, what did you think of this format of having the 500 first followed by 1,000?
We practiced a lot of large format 500s, so
That's probably EB's fault. She was like speculating on
you?
peace talks with
Really
Rob.
hoping it would be large format because I feel
Really?
like they're easier to do as a team
Yeah.
because the pieces are bigger.
Sure.
It's easier to like see them from farther away.
It's not a space issue with the
Yeah.
table or anything.
So we'd done like maybe like half and half.
Did you do
I
any
think
circles?
The 500s, like it's very easy to like get flustered because you're opening things up and you have to start moving really fast right away, especially as like the first puzzle in the round. Like I think it wasn't really until the second puzzle that we like felt like we were hitting our groove like as a team. So yeah.
And I feel like we were pretty sure that was how it was going to feel. And so we were really trying to make sure that we went into the second one feeling calm and like, collected, I guess, mentally, because I think we really struggled with that last year as a team. Like the transition was really stressful and we felt like we, even though it's just like seconds, if you have the puzzle crumble in a way you didn't expect or it's like, hard to find the box or whatever, I think that this year, knowing that it didn't matter how it goes because it really is just seconds, like it's not a significant part of the puzzle, and focusing on making sure that we felt good while we were puzzling was like so much more important. I feel like that was honestly where most of our prep has been, is like the sort of the mental game.
Yeah.
And that's made a really big difference for us.
So talking about the mental game, you guys were the first to finish the first puzzle.
Nope.
How did you stay in it as a team? And like, cause you came from behind to get the win. You guys are so awesome. Like, what did you tell yourself? What did you tell each other?
Yeah, like I think I actually said out loud, like, it's the first puzzle. The difference is minutes, like seconds. Like it's not a big deal in the scheme of this race, right? So, like it was just kind of like, oh yeah, we're still in it. Like this isn't the end.
We also experienced that last year at Nationals where we made up time on the harder puzzle. And so when we opened the box and saw it was a harder puzzle, it was like, okay, we're like, this is our strength.
Oh my
We're
gosh.
better at
Oh yeah,
catching up.
Andrea, whatever team Andrea was on there. I didn't see who she was with.
And Ben and Kelly from San Francisco, and I believe, I don't know her name, Lulu maybe? A
Okay.
14-year-old.
Oh wow, cool. Well, I am noticing that our second place team is hanging out over here. I want to thank you all for coming over and hanging out with us and answering questions. You did amazing. It was so fun to watch you. Can't wait to see you in the final on tomorrow.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, congratulations.
Congratulations, guys.
Oh, wow. It seems like, I can't believe we're at an hour and 22, and like there's been a decent number of finishes.
Yeah.
They just kind of keep
Yeah.
rolling in pretty
Let's-
consistently.
Yeah.
I can't tell
Who
who
is
this
this?
is. It's bugging me. I'm trying to figure it out, but I don't have enough clues. Oh, you can just use this. All right, and we have more guests here at the table with us. Our second place finishers from this round.
Puzzles for 500.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah, congrats. So we got Kelly and Kathy, Jean, Reuter, and Grayson. So yeah, this is exciting. I mean, that was so fun to watch. You were not far apart, so it was a real guessing game of like, okay, who's gonna finish first? And I said at one point, I'm like, well, Kelly's got her leg up. She's serious.
Yeah, it was so close.
I will say my sister did text me about that already, so that was very funny.
So yeah, tell us about like, okay, one, I have to ask, what did you think of doing a 500 followed by 1,000 instead of the usual 2 1,000s?
The 500 was pure chaos.
Just too many hands all at once.
Really?
So it was a little hard to coordinate without like bumping into each other.
There was a lot of bumping into each other.
So you get to know each other better a little bit, maybe, right? You're just like all in there.
Yeah, considering we've done one puzzle prior to this together.
Oh my gosh, really?
Yeah.
Yesterday.
Oh my gosh.
So what did you learn?
Yeah.
We learned that a 500 with 4 people is actually really challenging. To call things out faster. Yeah. I think in a 500 it's even more important to call it out and keep it small, the area you're working on.
So to claim a section by calling it out.
Yeah.
I learned in the second puzzle that Grayson is amazing at sorting.
Yes.
So that was
Grayson and Kelly
lovely.
are both amazing at sorting.
I'm not used to being the sorting person, so it was kind of fun to be the person sorting
was
instead of
awesome.
the person just doing assembly.
Nice. Well, then you get done with that in crazy fast time, right? To me, it just feels like we gave you a little warm up there for the next one. And then what do you think of Plundered Putt?
That was an amazing team puzzle. Yes.
Oh.
It was a good challenge without being frustratingly challenging. I agree with that.
Yeah. It was a little frustrating occasionally, but it was pretty good.
A little frustration is good. It's fair for a challenge. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good challenge.
How so? What makes it a
Yeah.
good one?
There's a lot of repeated patterns and a lot of repeated colors, so trying to pull any one particular section was really hard because there's always like a second place where something could go, like almost no matter what you pull.
So yeah, like you said, it's a little more challenging, maybe. I mean, it doesn't seem like it when we look at your times. You gotta say, like you still finished it like 40, right around 40 minutes, but there were a lot of pockets at the end.
Yeah.
So how did you manage that? Because I feel like we're seeing different strategies. So we definitely saw with Whimsy Pieces a sort of sticking to doing the holes in their area and just passing the trays. So were you doing anything like that, or was it more just, nope, we're just going to go all over here and we're going to put them where we see them going?
So no, we didn't pass trays. We did do just sort of more. We got them all compiled in the center. So there was a targeted focus to get the missing pieces so we could put our trays back on the puzzle. But then we did have a tray on either side, and so we were kind of clearing by the tray you had on your half first, but that didn't mean you couldn't just reach across and grab one you saw on the other tray.
I think it's nice for me personally to have all the pieces stay in the same spot, because then maybe I will like come back to it or
You
something.
kind of remember where the pieces are.
Oh, okay. That's a good, actually, I don't know if we talked about that very much, but that is really good. I know that's been something that comes later for a puzzler, I feel like, is that consistency of like you pick something up, you can't figure out where it goes, put it kind of back where it was,
Yeah.
so
Back
that you
where it
remember. Yep.
I don't know that we were always putting it back where it was. Our piece jail was usually the opposite side of the table with the other half of the team.
I do love that you're calling it
We
piece
passed-
jail,
we
but
had
yeah.
one piece we passed around to like everyone.
I think everybody saw that piece.
I definitely didn't put it in.
I didn't put it in.
I didn't put it in.
What did it look like? Tell us about this fugitive.
I don't even remember.
It had a whole bunch of colors on it. It was like 4 or 5 different ones, and it seems like it should be totally obvious, and all of us like, can't find this thing, can't find it. I don't know where it
Oh
landed.
yeah,
know where
so
it
many
landed.
people
I don't
moving
know
on.
what it was. Probably somewhere in the middle.
That's so funny because I feel like there's always like one of those where it's like, oh, this piece, like where, and it's the one you keep grabbing over and over that you're like, no, just why did I grab that again? I mean, it doesn't seem like there were any areas that really were a sticking point, right? Or that was there? I mean, we were sort of thinking there'd be all this like green stuff at the end, but then there really wasn't.
So Kelly did an amazing sort on that green and handed it to me, but it was a really good pick and place. And then I started it and it was like, I can't do these beads on the lower left section, so I was like, Grayson, here you go. And they were able to pick that up really nicely too, because while there is a lot of green, there's a lot of key elements in it to place around it. And once you get those in, the actual just green pieces, very few.
And Kelly wasn't right on par there. The reason she pulled the green was to reduce the noise. And that helped immensely with the remaining pieces.
Because it's a very distinct green. We called it golf green, I think.
Well, it's mini golf.
Yeah, mini golf green.
You're right. Yep.
Compared to the foliage.
That is really, I mean, I feel like I'm learning so much from you, right? It's like just the idea of like pulling one big element like that, like you said, to reduce the noise. Like that's a really great way of putting it.
Well, because I think also there was a lot of other colors in there, but I was like, I know they all go in that one section. So then once we got those out of the way, we could pull the reds and the oranges and everything else for the other sections.
So was there anything about this that was a big surprise? It sounds like you expected a larger piece size for the 500, but I mean, shrugs, I don't know. Don't know what to expect at this point.
I agree. I did sort of expect the 500 large piece format for here because they are so popular in the U.S. So to see a regular come out was a little surprising, and also, oh my gosh, we are really going to be in each other's space. But the image was still fun.
Yeah, I like that puzzle. I claimed that puzzle.
Oh, you did? You're taking it home with you.
Yeah.
You're like, I got this one. Cool.
Who claimed
The other
100
one.
putt?
No one really claimed it. I said I would take it if no one else wanted it.
Okay.
We're waiting to see what we get for the finals puzzles.
Ah, good note.
What are you hoping for the finals? What would be best suited to your team?
That's a good question. I don't know even if we know what would be best for our team.
We're a new team. We're still learning each other's styles.
This is our second and third puzzle together, so I don't know if we know.
Fun. I want the puzzle to be fun.
Having good sections that are easy to pull is nice.
Yes.
But with a good challenge on top. I still like it being a little bit more difficult for finals on teams. Maybe not as difficult as maybe the second puzzle from last Nationals.
I feel like Jewel Jungle really caused some trauma for folks out there.
That was
Although your team came from behind with that puzzle, right?
That's true.
We did, thank you to not the one on my left, but the one on my right, which is Kelly, and our other teammate from last year, Andrea Peng.
Yeah.
Jean and I had a real hard time with that puzzle.
Yeah, that was a struggle.
We all contributed. I also ended up with that one.
The team I was on last year had. I think we got through it, but it was tough.
Yeah.
But this year, this puzzle it felt good. Like, it felt good. It was challenging and fun, and it was good.
That's great. Well, that's what we want to hear. We love that.
Double finish.
Oh, so you said you're a new team. Jean, Kathy, I know you know each other very well. What would you each share with your teammates about each other that, like, your teammates should know?
On the spot.
Yeah, the first thing that comes to mind.
Jean has a horrible tendency to, like, put pieces in front of her and then just keep them there and fidget. No, that's me. I'm the
That's you.
fidgeter.
You're the nice job. Well, I was going to say, if you're looking for a piece, ask Kathy to open her hand and see what she's holding on to.
That is true. I picked that up from a few bad habits from other people. I won't say who. Me.
Kelly's like, me? Is it me?
I do thank Kelly for I wind up putting pieces up on my puzzle in front all the time now too, like just the whole stacks right there. Yeah.
So you're putting pieces on top of the puzzle now?
Only for me when I'm doing it individually.
Because can
Kelly
turn it on and off.
Yeah.
When there's enough contrast, it can be helpful. Yeah. Or you can do what we did in the pairs and leave one.
If there's really good contrast, yeah, but otherwise, no.
No, yeah.
No.
Yeah, I'm not a pieces on the puzzle person either. But what's crazy is even just trays, just to give you all a sense, because I'm old and I've been doing this for a very long time. Back in like the early 90s, going to Winter Carnival, which was still one of the biggest contests in the country. You had hundreds of, people participating in that. Nobody used trays. I don't think I saw a tray in existence until 2020 on when people were puzzling virtually and starting to use trays. It's like completely new invention, like piece management thing. And it's just like, what was wrong with us back then? Like, why were we using trays?
Yeah, box top holders too have come a long way.
Right? I mean, it's strange to think about that there's been innovation happening in this space because jigsaw puzzles have been around for a long time, but really things have changed a lot. Yeah. Just in like 5 years. Like, Jean and Kathy, you've been puzzling for fun for a long time. Did you ever have that stuff? Like, were you ever using trays just at home?
No, we're very historically well known as being anti-tray until we puzzled with Andrea. But Grayson and I were just down here.
Yeah,
great point.
I have been using trays in like casual puzzling forever.
Really?
Usually it'll be kind of whatever's available, like the box lid or like the bottom of the box. We've used cookie sheets at my house. If the puzzles there's not enough room for all the pieces to be out on the table without covering each other, and as someone who's used to puzzling on like small surfaces, having trays is really nice because you can actually see all the pieces. I don't use them in competition myself, and I've only done it in teams. I've not done it in pairs.
Yeah, because for me, not having done it a lot, it's like that's a skill you have to learn, right? You have to figure out how best to use them. I think the first time I ever used them was at Worlds in 2022, and we had that nightmare 1,500 piece puzzle, and Faith and I joke about this all the time. The night skyline.
Yeah.
About how we spent more time transferring pieces on and off trays than we did puzzling for like that entire thing. Because it gave us something to do when we weren't getting a single piece in. We were like, you know what? I'll put some of these rock pieces over on another tray. And we just kept moving them around because we were so frustrated with that puzzle. But yeah.
Fun times.
Right? Fun times. But it was also a reflection of none of us being very used to using them and not really getting what they could be good for,
Yeah.
I feel like you can learn a lot watching teams that are good with trays.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't mean to cut us short, but there's an artist signing I would like to get to.
I was just going to say, if you want to take off, I totally
Good luck, everybody.
Yep.
Who's still puzzling. We have a couple ones who are about to finish here. Congratulations, everyone.
Yes.
Distant
congrats to you, and we'll see you in the final. We can't wait. Thanks so much.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah. Oh, they had an extra piece. Distant connections.
Timothy, Sarah, Melissa, and Kristen. All right, and we see that, earlier I saw that this team had 4 trays on the table, which is the maximum allowed. Oh, we're seeing the Puzzle Goblins.
I love that
Ashley,
team name.
Elizabeth, Destiny, and Ryder.
Oh, we missed it. So Jim, according to Jim yesterday, Ryder is really fun to watch in that really good finger dexterity, super fast at like the flip and the sort.
Cool.
We don't really talk too much about that, like a fast flip and sort. I feel like it's just become a thing. Like we just kind of, everybody, we take for granted, everybody kind of does the same technique and gets them all done very quickly, you know?
Well, it was discussed on my team pretty recently.
Really?
In relation to fingernails and how longer nails slow down.
So you're blowing my mind right now, because this has been something I've wondered is like, is there what would we want to call it? A maximum effectiveness fingernail length?
Well, I'm talking about like fake nails.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
But
so I don't know about like natural nails if it
if it matters. Because
we've seen like world record holders for a finger. Like obviously that's gonna get in the way.
Obviously, but yeah,
within like normal limits,
right.
I personally don't notice a difference. Like if I've recently filed my nails versus not.
If you have to like open the box, I can see where fingernails could come in handy. But thankfully, in advance of the competition, we do cut all the box labels for everybody. So
yes, and actually, let me thank you and the board and all of the volunteers who come early for doing that. It's a very heavy lift. And I just want you to get more appreciation for it.
Thank you. Yeah, I think where that's coming from, a lot of people saw at 2025 Worlds, it was a bit of a controversial thing, in that they were asking the puzzlers to either remove the stickers or cut them themselves, and then they realized they couldn't have that happening. Oh, Puzzle Sotans, some Minnesotans there. They couldn't have that like affecting time, so then it became, you can open the bag a minute before the countdown or the clock will start, so that you have time to get the stickers off, and then, but then of course that reveals the puzzle.
It reveals the puzzle,
they're getting about a minute to strategize or talk about it before
Are
they're
those truly world records, right? Or like, can we compare those newly set world records with pride, because they're getting an advantage that no one got before 2025.
It's different conditions, so it's hard then to compare results at an event
like
ours and then to an event like theirs.
All right, everyone, the Whimsy Pieces are joining us, so we're going to give them a minute to get settled.
This is so fun.
We're good. Oh, and also the mascots.
Of course. Two of the mascots. You have to hold a mic. Only two.
All right. How are you feeling?
Yeah.
That was fun. That was a lot of fun. We had a great time.
Yay! That's what we like to hear.
I think was our jam.
Oh, yeah.
So our jam. It flowed. Everything was great. We were fast. Everybody had a thing that worked for them. We killed it.
How did you divide it up?
Was there even time to divide things up? It was just like, I am done with the pavement. Great. I am done with the tree. Great. I am done with the yellow house.
Do you know what your time was on the first one? Because we were able to like track it. They were all happening so
14
fast.
something.
Okay. So under 15.
Yeah.
Okay. That's incredibly fast.
We're also very good in close spaces. We play a lot of like Twister, Tetris, and throw a lot of elbows, and we're totally comfortable being uncomfortably up in each other's face. So that worked out great.
Yeah. And then we got to the second puzzle,
which is everything that hates us.
Really?
Tell us more about that.
Yeah, it was beautiful, and I would love to sit and do it, like picking pieces out of the box and enjoying the image. But it just was it's a very busy puzzle, and it was it's like abandoned type.
It actually is abandoned.
Oh, is it?
It is.
Okay.
Yes,
it is licensed. We had Nate Welton representing the licensed products for Ravensburger.
And so as we're going through it, we're like, this feels abandoned, right?
Yep.
And it was just that's just not our strength as a puzzle. But we were very proud of ourselves we got through it.
I mean,
we know how to deal with it. Just how to get through.
Well, and the thing is though, you guys got placed third, and you're still only like 2.5 minutes behind first. I mean, it was incredibly close as we were just watching the times come in.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a big gap or anything like that.
No.
It was like, everybody's like right in there. So yeah, your time was 57:59, so under 58, and then the girls
Yeah, I
in
think
STEP
we were-
was 55-55, so it's literally less than 2.5 minutes.
Right.
Yeah.
But it was great practice because it was like reminding us what the grind was. Like last year's nationals finals was a grind. And it just reminded us. It was a great puzzle to get us back into that mindset.
Have you guys puzzled together since Worlds?
We had one weekend. We flew to Chicago, and that was the weekend of the death blizzard on the East Coast. So we had our short weekend cut very short because Sammy and I had to panic fly out when our flights got canceled. And so yes, a little is the answer.
A little. It was like 17 puzzles, so it wasn't like a little. It was a lot. It was just short time.
Yeah. It was 17 in how long? Yeah. There was deep dish pizza. It was great.
Yeah, I mean, 17 puzzles, you could probably knock those out in like a day, right? I mean, no problem.
With a break for deep dish pizza.
Yes, exactly.
And an argument over whether deep dish pizza is actually pizza.
What is this argument? What? I am not aware of this. Like, okay. All right, sorry.
We'll let the chat take
is
that
it more
one up.
like lasagna? Is that the idea? Like
It's soup in a bread bowl.
Okay.
It's delicious, but it's not pizza. Come at me, chat.
I love it. I love Mari bringing the controversy. We can, that's fantastic. I would love to have this conversation, but I'll try to stick to puzzling.
No. We're going to talk about puzzles.
Yes, we're going to talk about puzzles. So, I mean, we're looking around the room. We had a little shorter time frame for this. We've got a little over a half hour left before we're going to be finishing up, but these first rows are empty
The first
already.
2 rows are completely empty. That's about 20 to 24 teams. And then the third and fourth rows are also, I would say, more than 50% cleared out or in the, packing up.
So would you guys prefer that a few people have asked, why did you kind of do it this way with the 500 followed by the 1,000? For us, it was more of a timing kind of thing. We're like, let's let them do a fun warm-up followed by 1,000, so they're still getting to do 2 puzzles, but we're not doing a 3-hour thing, and they get more time to do other stuff. Do you like that? I'm looking for feedback, help us for planning.
I think it makes sense in the prelims, right? As a team, 1,000 fits much better for a team of 4. A 500 is very, very crowded in a team of 4. And so teams, it puts a big advantage on teams who have gotten practice together to manage that tight space. There was a lot of talk about people guessing that maybe the 500 that was going to be chosen was going to be a large piece puzzle to give a little more room, and then when it wasn't, it's like, okay, we're doing this.
Still could be in the next round.
It could be, that's true.
Val made a funny face earlier.
I'm like, I can't look at EB anymore.
It definitely, no matter what you do, it always affects a certain part of the field, right? So going to a 500 and 1,000, the top teams, it's not going to matter so much. The bottom teams, it's the people who are newer or just trying it out for the first time. It's great because the chances of them finishing at least one puzzle go way up.
Yep.
And this week is long. We're looking to cut time. This is probably the place to do it.
Yep.
I think where the 500 plus 1,000 format gets tough is in the middle. Teams that are on the bubble trying to qualify. And that's where we'll see advantage go to teams who have gotten to practice so they can manage that space.
Interestingly, our moderator put in the chat that all the teams finished the 500 piece as of 1 hour 23
That's
minutes.
awesome. See, that's so great.
Let's
go, guys.
Yeah, right? I mean, that's another really nice thing for us to know that everybody in here got to finish one, right? And because for a lot of folks, this is maybe their first competition as a team.
Yeah.
So we love to see that. So, they're all going to get a good chunk of the next one done, hopefully, and, can feel really good about that because, you did it, right? You finished one.
It's great. I gotta say, the puzzle fashion for the teams is on point this year. There are so many great dress teams.
My favorite are the sweater vests.
I'm looking at knit sweater vests. These got to be hand knit with puzzle pieces on them.
We saw them earlier. They have knit in their team name.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, it's like eat, live, knit, puzzle. Eat, sleep, knit, puzzles.
That's commitment to knit your
I
own
was
jerseys.
second guessing our t-shirt choice when I saw those vests because I'm just looking at them now. They're great.
You got to get to work. You got to get those knitting needles out.
I can't.
But you don't have time. You got to puzzle, right? Like, how do they have time to knit? What are they doing?
I know, right? Amazing.
Oh, yeah.
And then
There's another
Jigsaw
team with
Jammers.
jerseys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
in the basketball uniforms.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then we also had the High School Musical inspired basketball jerseys.
Those were good.
Those were get your head in the game.
Yes.
Oh, man.
This one says like fun, only different. That's
And some good tray usage here. I gotta say, like this second puzzle being so busy and so murky, it kind of demands some tray usage from the teams because you have to move pieces around a lot. And so
we
I'd
pointed
like
that
seeing-
out on
yeah.
the stream that you were doing some serious, like, nice tray passing there, filling in those holes.
Yeah, we've worked a lot on that, but we're not the only ones. There's a lot of good tray work. I've been watching monitors and going, oh yeah, all right, good pass, good pass.
Oh, they're very close. They're going to get done
like
easily in
15
under 2.
Yeah. Absolutely. They're going to keep it. Are they going to keep it under 147? I always look for the next minute mark.
This is Kim Knob from Nebraska, Tracia, Bev, and Jen.
It's looking good. Hands everywhere. Oh, there's a hand tray. If you don't like the hardware, use the software, right?
Look at how nicely she's like holding it flat though, so that her teammates can see. Right? She's not moving it out of her teammates' line of sight.
When we coach this, we always say it's an open hand, like you're trying to feed a horse. Like you lock your knuckles out so that you don't curl in on the pieces.
Yep.
Good technique.
All right.
There they are. All right. Good
I'm
work,
just
guys.
looking at the, and I got to reference this team name. There's a team name straight out of Puzzle Jail. I feel like, Mari, you've been like one of the people maybe coining the Puzzle Jail phrase.
Oh, no, I can't
Was it
take
somebody
credit
else?
for that. It definitely comes from other people. And in our household, Jim is the one who will say Puzzle Jail because I refuse to put pieces in Puzzle Jail to my own detriment. So he's like, will you please put something in jail? I'm like, no. No, I will find this one now or in 20 minutes from now with nothing else done. So, no, I'm not a puzzle jailer. I should be, but...
I also do not use Puzzle Jail.
Yeah.
And I should.
Yeah.
And that's Jiggy Stardust, Angie, Sonia, Cindy, and Jen.
Oh, look at those T-shirts.
That's
Those
great
fabulous.
shirts, too, yeah. Fabulous shirts.
I like these little people, the little peach and puzzle people on the back of these shirts.
Yeah.
Oh, Joyce. Is that Joyce? too?
Blue Dust and Peach Fuzz, Courtney, Amina, Joyce, and Braun.
That's got to be a fun team, right? How much do you suppose they are laughing
And the
all the
earrings are
time while
great,
they're
too.
puzzling?
Right?
Matching earrings, next level.
I don't know if we've seen this, but there's another team called Puzzkill, which I'm like, that's pretty great.
Good.
That's great.
Yep.
Coming up with team names is really hard.
Yeah.
And good ones,
Getting good models, yeah.
really hard.
I did see earlier too, Ravensburger and fries.
Yes. Yes.
Were they
I
here
love
last
that.
year? I feel like
I think maybe
yeah,
so,
I think
yeah.
that team name sounds familiar.
Tell us about your team name. Where did that come from?
Well, that came because I would say, 6 weeks before Worlds, I get a text message from Mari saying, hey, we're going to throw together a team for Worlds. Would you like to be on a team? And so we threw together this team, and we're like, great. We created it on a whim, and so we got together, and we're like, what kind of team name? And then I think it was Jim was like, how about the Whimsy Pieces? And
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
so.
I love that.
So that's where it came from.
But the best part was Sammy's dad, who's an amazing graphic designer, was basically just waiting for the team name. Like, give me the name because I want to design the shirt, whatever it is. And so he designed our amazing shirts,
Yeah,
which
they're
has
so
all our
good. I
mascots
love
in it. And it's styled like a wooden puzzle. So.
Oh, and then at Worlds, Becca made us this adorable wooden puzzle that had our little Whimsy pieces on it. It was the most thoughtful, adorable thing.
Really?
It was so
It's
cute.
the best.
Becca,
She
she's
hand
always
laser
killing
cut it and hand painted it. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Very sweet.
Some of you are going to Europe again, right? Pretty soon in May.
Oh,
Tell us
yeah,
about
tell
that.
us about that for sure.
Is it me? I'm going.
think it's just you.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm going.
I mean, I'd love to go, but that's far. That's far.
Do I need to send you another text?
You're going to Alaska to puzzle.
Just keep puzzling, folks. It'll take you anywhere. No, I get to go to Munich for the World Series, which will be fun. And so I'm kind of this weekend going, if I think I'm tired now, oh boy, because here they're prelim rounds where you can be like, okay, I'm just settling in. There's no settling in at the World Series. You do 6 rounds and
Clickety
everything
split.
counts.
That's a great name too.
Oh, that is good.
Yeah, that's great. But yeah, how does the World Series work? You said 6 rounds?
Yeah, it's 6 rounds. Everybody, it's only solos. This is the first year. Mel Townsend from Australia is running it and doing an amazing job putting everything together and kind of thinking about what more. What different competition formats might look like, because we know there's always so much about, is the puzzle that comes out of the bag your puzzle?
Right.
And so
Right, like you were saying just that in the second team's puzzle. The first puzzle was your puzzle.
Yep.
Crushed it. And then the second was more of a challenge stretch for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the idea with the World Series is that there will be 6 rounds where every soloist does all 6 rounds, and each one has a theme, so it asks for different strengths. So it's largely Ravensburger, which means anybody who's doing the cut memorization is going to have a nice leg up on a few of those rounds, or not even memorizing the cut, but just knowing it that well. But there's gradient, there's busy, there's something to do with repetition. And then we get 2 cuts that people don't know as well. We get a circle from Gibson's and a panorama from Gibson's, and then we get an unboxed mystery puzzle, which means, no image, no picture, so you can't look at the box and feel the bag and figure out what brand it must be. And no idea what's going to come out of it.
Oh my gosh, that would be so fun.
I'm excited about that one.
And your partner Jim is live streaming.
Yes,
doing
Jim is
the commentary.
Jim is going to host along with Frugi, and they are a wonderful team. So it's going to be a lovely weekend.
Yeah, so everybody be on the lookout
and
for
it'll
that.
be
And
live-
that's-
yeah.
Is it in
Live
June?
streamed.
May?
It's the first weekend of May, and yes, it will be
May,
live
that's
streamed.
right.
So if you're
If you're
not
watching
puzzled
now,
out, if you're
right?
watching now, you're not
You
gonna
should
miss
watch
this.
then.
Exactly. If you're
Tune
into
right
this
in.
weekend, go check out the Puzzle World Series, because that'll be a really cool event. I'm gonna be excited to watch. Although it's as it gets closer, and I keep hearing about it, I'm like, I really want to go, but I don't want to compete. I think that's the thing. I would be there for sure if it wasn't for the fact that I don't like doing solos. So,
yeah, I think a lot of people feel that way. I certainly will miss the aspect of teams and pairs, because I really love those. But
here we can see the results on screen. This is nice.
Oh, there we go.
But look at that. I mean, there's just, not that much of a time difference between first and 10th place. 3 minutes.
That's really impressive.
That is.
I love that.
Oh, sorry. I guess it's more 15 minutes because, 3 minutes from 9th to 10th. But still, that's really good.
And the room is clearing out.
It is.
This is impressive. I love seeing so many empty tables.
And we've still got 22 minutes to go.
Yeah.
21 and a half minutes to go.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, I'm impressed. This is really, really great considering that there are just so many new teams in this round. It was fun yesterday, and I wish I had the stat right in front of me. Michelle was pointing out, she did a data analysis and, went back and looked at all the past nationals and how much overlap there was with participants. And in just one of the individual rounds yesterday, more than half were completely new to nationals.
Yeah. That's amazing.
So, I would like to see it for the whole thing. I don't think she did that. I think she just did it for her round. But, and we'll be looking for lots of that data, I think, more after when we have more time to dig into things.
Right. And if you're listening from home and wondering, should I go to nationals next year? That should tell you,
Here's your answer.
you should be part of the 50% new people competing next year.
And even a lot of the veterans have origin stories that their first competition was nationals. That they, some even that they just walked in off the street. Right? It's I guess I'll try some speed puzzling. What's that? And it was nationals. So. Yeah.
No, that's exactly it. I mean, the fact that I think Rob Shields, who does Peace Talks, one of the first events he ever went to was a nationals. And now he's doing a podcast. Yeah, so it's crazy just how things progress over time and just how many people that we've never seen before, and within a few years, they're a familiar face to everyone, right? I feel like that's the case with a lot of you, when was your first event? How long have you been doing this, even though it feels like I've known you forever?
My first event might have been the most recent. My first event in person was a Georgia state competition. I live in Florida, but we didn't have an in-person competition in Florida, and so I went up to Georgia in March before April Nationals last year. So my first competition was one before I went to Nationals last year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And Hannah, how long have you been doing this now?
My first in-person one was Nationals in San Diego in 2024. But I didn't realize how big of a community it was, so my dad and I would show up, I'd do a puzzle, and I'd immediately leave. And in my first prelim, I think I got second or third, and they were mad that I didn't stay to talk. But we had plans. Like, my sister lived in San Diego at the time, so we dipped.
Yeah.
Every time I went in, did my thing, we dipped.
Yeah, right.
So.
And when you're that fast, good luck catching her, right?
Right, yeah, exactly. But I mean, that's also kind of amazing because, I mean, it just sort of speaks to like your sort of modesty of your skills, because it doesn't even sound like you were like, oh, that's a big deal. It was just sort of like, oh, cool.
It was definitely like oh, cool. All right, like, let's go to dinner.
Well,
I didn't know anybody either.
Really?
I know no one. So it was like I was in a room full of like 100 people that all like to do the same thing, but I had no idea who anybody was. But apparently a lot of people know who I was. And we were just like, okay, the second I was done and like they said, you're good, like we were out of the building, like driving away. So
then how do you end up on teams and pairs and with all these folks? Does it just kind of naturally start to happen when people see your skill set? Like how does that happen?
How does that happen, Mari?
Yeah, Mari. Why don't you tell them?
4 Worlds, and then we decided to do like a family vacation in the U.S. instead, so I didn't go. And then like 4 months later, I checked my Facebook Messenger for some reason, and I got a weird DM from this one person that was really long that was like, hey, like, where you at? Like,
story sounds
let's
familiar.
talk.
Sounds like Worlds.
There is a growing crew of people who share the story of getting what is called the Mari Black phone call. I'm the creeper, apparently. I didn't.
Yes. Ask Sammy how she met Mari.
I love to plot, and my dearest wish in all of life is that somebody's going to ask me to be on their team. I've never been asked to team or pair with anybody.
That's because they all assume you have a plot cooking and that you're doing
no, they
something.
did not from the beginning. I guess now they do, but it's still my dream, so I'm putting that out there. But it's one of those like, well, if nobody's going to ask me, I guess I'll do it myself. And so I call people out of the blue who don't know me from a hole in the wall and say, so I have this dream. That we will do many, many puzzles and have a lot of fun and eat a lot of pizza, and it will all be really fast. What do you think? And so far, not a single person has said no and will follow me off of cliffs and into deep dish pizzas and all these sorts of things, which I'm very grateful for. I'm glad that nobody went, whoa, creeper, hang up.
I thought about it.
I think everybody's thought about it.
I mean, I called you a creeper when we met.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
Because you were telling me my puzzle strengths because you had stalked me.
Yes. Well, yes, I had. Yes, but I have no comeback for that. That is pure fact. No, like I want if you're gonna call a bunch of people up and like call them into a thing, like I love teams that are fun, but for me, casual is not so fun. I like to really go after something, and so you don't just ask somebody to do that because you're gonna ask for hours of their life and stress and tears and everything else that comes from like working at getting good at stuff. And you don't do that unless you can offer a really compelling road to success. And so I take that responsibility really seriously. Like I better make a good offer, and I better put together a team that I think is going to do well together and is going to have fun together and things like that. And it's hard to guess when you haven't met people.
For sure.
So I do stalk for that reason.
Sounds like it's a very gentle, lovely pitch, though, right? Like you're sort of like, you're really good at this.
You're probably going to think this is crazy, but and then the whole thing.
Yeah, I'm also convinced that everybody has a better option. So the pitch is like, I'm going to give it my very, very best pitch and just hope. Every time I send one of those out, I'm like so nervous, shaking, like, oh my God, I think I say yes, I think I say yes, I think I say yes. So I'm very honored when people say yes.
We talked
Never
earlier.
said no to one of your pitches.
Right?
That's true.
We talked earlier with Min and Emma about that thing of like asking someone to puzzle with you. We were like talking about it like a promposal, and like, because you're just sort of like, maybe would you want to be my friend?
Yeah,
like puzzle with me.
It's part promposal where you're pretty sure that you're going to get like rejected on all of YouTube, and then it's also part kindergarten where you just walk up to somebody and go, do you want to be my friend?
Yeah,
and then you're friends. Like it's the easiest thing and the hardest thing in the world at the same time, which is really funny.
100%.
Who's finishing here?
So you guys took 5th at Worlds.
We did.
And so are you going back? Any future plans for Whimsy Pieces after this weekend?
We'll worry about that.
Are you waiting for the text message from Mark?
What other trouble is she going to get us?
Yeah. This has been kind of a project-based team. So like the project was Worlds, and that went great. And there was no like requirement to go further than that. But when it was time to start looking at nationals, Karen was actually the one who went, so we're going to Whimsy at nationals?
It's like,
okay,
we had fun.
Let's do that.
Nice.
So we'll see what projects come around that fit. Everybody has, you're not going to believe this, everyone, but puzzlers have real lives outside of this. Sometimes, maybe. No?
Do we though? Really?
I mean, sort of. Some people do, but
unfortunately,
yeah, really. Life goes in and out. So we'll see what projects fit well. Yeah. I love puzzling with you guys, so I will say yes anytime.
It is really cool how you meet so many people. One of the most rewarding things about all of this is when we meet people who say, I've found my tribe, I've found my people, and they just have like immediately this big support network of people that they just love spending time with and can come to an event like this and just feel at home and welcomed, and it's very, very rewarding for all of us. Oh, look at that piece of cake just finished.
Loving seeing all these finishes.
Oh my gosh, I know, because like we're gonna, we've got about 13 minutes to go.
This is going to be good.
Oh, I love this team name.
Yes.
Fit hits the fan.
Yes.
With Lisa Schuler.
Them. Yep. Sarah's mom, everybody. Leslie
Kate,
Mallory.
Jeff, and Leslie Mallory.
Yep.
Man, this lower right-hand corner is a very popular place to close. It is so murky, you guys. Like the pieces, you just look at them and it's like, it's gray. It's still gray. There's more gray. That's where
a line in it.
Yeah.
Well, and your backs are maybe starting to hurt. I know they're like leaning way over the table, but yeah, to all get in that little space. I did notice not a lot of people standing through the whole thing today. I don't feel like it was more towards the end. What's your take on that? Standing, sitting?
I stand the whole time during every puzzle I do because I'm too short to see otherwise.
Yeah, Sammy's legs have the most mileage in them of any other puzzler's legs. Like other people choose to stand, Sammy actually stands.
I'll sit down sometimes, and for about 10 seconds I'll be like, all right, I hate this.
Yeah, I'm kind of that way. Even if my back is killing me, I'm like, this just feels wrong. I start to feel like I get too relaxed when I sit,
I'm the same.
For these longer competitions, that's a long time.
I think I knelt down on the open side for a second.
You did. You did.
I mean, standing up for an hour and whatever is just a lot. So I was like, I'll just kneel down. Hope I'm not
Tell
in the
me
judge's
about
way.
it.
Hannah, you're unusual though, because you sit more than a lot of the fast people that I know, and it looks the same as other people standing.
I think it's silly to stand. Like it
Love
makes
it.
sense like in the sort, but after that it's just like
You don't feel like it provides an advantage at all?
I think the only advantage it provides is maybe the light, but half the time I can see my pieces better when I'm sitting rather than standing because
you're
I'm
not
not looking
over.
down over it, and same with the light. I'm at a different angle than the light. So
Yeah, I mean, for me, I think it's an energy level thing. I think I almost get into sort of a relaxation mode when I'm sitting. So it's weird. I don't know why that is, but for me, that's what it is. But obviously, yeah, not for you.
when I did puzzles in my apartment in Wisconsin, I sat on the counter. Every time I did a puzzle, I never sat in the chair, so I sat on the same surface as my puzzle.
Mm-hmm.
And I did that for a very long time, and I kind of miss having a table that I could sit on.
Yeah, yeah.
So
I think William, our head
against
judge,
the rules?
probably have a problem with that. He'd probably be like, that's not safe.
We just saw the Yard Goats of Puzzles, Connecticut-based team.
Yay, New England!
Julia, Kara, Michelle, and Sarah.
Same principle. Very good. Man, lots of these guys are going to be able to finish.
I
Those
know.
are cute.
Oh, those are
Oh,
cute
those
shirts.
are, yeah, those are good shirts. Bright colors. Love it. Well, okay, we got 10 minutes to go. I'm going to let you all go. As much as I love hearing all your commentary and everything, and you're fantastic, and it's great to hear your insights, but I also want to be respectful of the fact you just got done puzzling for a while, and you might want to go take a
grab
break.
some food and then go to
Yes,
team relay.
Exactly.
Team relay.
So
Have
good
fun.
luck the rest of the weekend. We can't wait to watch you in the final.
Thank you guys for having us.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right, so the cute shirts were Puzzle Block Party. Lizzie, Josh, Katie, and Maria.
Oh, I'm just curious about how many we have left that are going to be close to finishing. I hope we can get there for a lot of these folks. I mean, they look like they could do it.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely. Dave is puzzled in the chat, is talking about Michaela Keener's unique puzzle stance. Sure.
Oh, sorry. This is a bit unexpected, EB. I hope you don't mind.
Oh, I don't mind. This is great.
So we have a
people
couple
who
of
can't
guests
see us right now have some special
at our
guests in our
table.
laps.
Yes, we have my dogs here visiting again. So this is Peanut. I think he's traumatized. Peanut is 14, and he's a little like, wait, what am I doing right now?
What is going on
what
right
is going on right now? But he's wearing his little USA Jigsaw Nationals shirt. But he's a little shy. He's a little, elderly gentleman. And then, Kermit, who everybody's met before, hanging out with EB. So it's a shameless way of getting people excited to watch the live stream by showing my cute puppies on there. Oh, Kermie, be a good boy. Stay still. But yes, we'll just thought we'd have them pop by while we watch the end of this, but they don't have to stay because I don't know how interested in watching people finish that Peanut is. But I thought it'd be fun to have a visit.
Yeah, they
Oh, they're having a fun time this weekend.
Oh,
They're getting to
that's
meet all kinds
good.
of people. And I think they're bigger celebrities than I am at this point because everybody, as I'm walking around, is like, is Kermit coming? And I'm just like, oh, I don't know. And they're like, okay, cool, bye. Like, I think everybody just wants to see Kermit. But
Peanut seems super sweet, too.
He is very sweet.
Oh,
and
I'm getting lickies.
I think they're just excited to not be left at home for once when I come to a puzzling event. And they're doing so good sitting in the hotel, but I feel a little bad I can't spend more time with them. So I'm glad they got to come and visit.
Yeah, I saw a couple. I was volunteering as a badge checker yesterday, and I saw a couple other dogs, too.
Sneaking in, yeah.
I don't know. I was asking, how old is your dog? Oh, she's under 10. She's only 9. She could go in without a badge. Because children under age 10
they get
don't
to come
need
in
their
for
own
free.
badge.
Exactly. But yes, Peanut's a good little guy. But look at that. He's like already like just totally chilling.
I'm good.
He's
Yeah.
laughing.
I'm happy.
Kermit's just laying on your lap under the table. I'm sorry. This gets distracting. I don't mean to distract from our amazing puzzlers because we are continually seeing people do so well and finish. It's really nice.
One thing I wanted to say on the live stream was a shout out to my Uncle Al. Happy birthday, Uncle Al.
Yay, cool. You know what we also haven't mentioned, EB, is where people can find you.
Oh, yeah. I'm on Instagram at Puzzle for Your Die.
Great.
It's my family puzzle team name because my family is from New Hampshire.
I love it.
The state motto is Live for Your Die.
You've had that name around, your social media, but when you puzzle too, I've seen the team name pop up before, right? Haven't you been under that name before when you've competed?
Yeah, with my family. Yeah.
Right, yep. Oh my gosh, what are you doing here, Kermit? You're being so crazy. He's being a little squirmy.
Another
one
more
gets in just
finishers,
under the wire.
unfamiliar pieces.
That is a really good team name. Love it. And they all have like a Laverne and Shirley style shirt with the like initial on it. 5-minute warning
Allie
from
is giving.
Allie. Yep. All right, Mike, you might want to come and grab them. I think they're getting a little squirrely, but I'm glad everybody got to see Peanut.
Thank you. I enjoyed that.
little animal stress release there. Thank you, Peanut. Peanut's such a sweetheart. When I go back to the room, that's a nice little bonus at the end of the day. Have a puppy to cuddle with.
No, just 2 children. One of whom is not cuddly.
Really?
Yeah.
No, Mike is being a good dog daddy this weekend. Somebody said, show puzzles, not dogs. Yeah, I get it. I know. It's just me indulging myself.
cute headbands on table 93. Missing a piece, Lori, Maddie, Kelty, and McKendrick. Ooh, so we're seeing that at least 66 teams have finished. That looks like 60. Oh, wow. Oh, wait, no.
Oh, yeah, no, right. Because not all of them have the second puzzle there. I'll pull up the results and see if I can get it refreshed here. So 62 teams have finished both puzzles as of 2 hours, 5 minutes. So we maybe have a few more that have finished. We saw Unfamiliar Pieces finish.
Right.
So there's been a few more in there. So that's 2/3.
2/3.
At least that are going to have both puzzles completed in the time. So that's really impressive.
And the top 50 teams will advance to the finals tomorrow afternoon.
And the prize for the #1 team is, I believe, I hope I'm getting this right, $3,000 for the #1 team. And then they also will get trophies for first place through 10th place. And first through third also get Ravensburger puzzles.
The trophies are really nice.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I was really happy that you expanded from, I think, the top 6 to
we were
top
doing
10
medals
for
before.
trophies.
I think we did like top 6 for trophies and then medals for 7th through 10th. But yeah, we
Oh,
just
yeah.
decided.
I think it actually was, it was like maybe 1 through 3 were trophies
or something
in
like that.
2024. And then medals maybe 4th through 6.
Yeah, maybe something like
But
that.
yeah, I enjoy the puzzle piece shaped trophies.
Much bigger,
oh, that's
there
a
they are.
nice
So we
cut
have,
there.
Yeah, much bigger field of competitors. So, I mean, when you think about it, in each of the rounds, so solos, individuals, pairs, there's 800 people. So 400 pairs, 200 teams, and 800 individuals all the way across, that's also been a goal of ours, is to get it to where the capacity was the same for each event. So if people were doing all 3, they could, they weren't only being able to sign up for one because it was selling out or whatever. So that worked out really nice this year, and having more space available, being able to kind of configure our schedule to fit it all in.
All right. I think this
they're
team
gonna
can
do it.
finish.
I think they could do it.
Yeah. They've got a minute and 20 seconds left.
I'm hoping we can find out who we're looking at here. Oh, there it is. And World Peace, Stan. I saw that one. They're table 98.
Oh.
That's
Wow.
Tiffany, Tao, Tien, and Anne. Oh, I know, you can do this. They must be the closest to being able to get done because they're not showing us any other team. So let's hope they can get those final few pieces in. Got 30 seconds left.
Seeing some teams standing up for the close. Yep. Really pushing to just, even if they don't finish, get as many pieces placed as possible.
Any last minute reflections of what you've seen so far, EB, before we're done?
Lots of great puzzling, lots of great tray use, and really good teamwork.
Yeah. There it is. There it is, everybody. That was fantastic. We're so happy for all the teams that competed and that finished today, and we hope they enjoyed themselves, and we hope you've enjoyed watching us on the stream. Thanks so much to my guest co-host, EB.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, it was so much fun, and I look forward to seeing you in the next round. So Team Prelim B starts at 4:30, so about 35 minutes from now, and we hope to see you back. And thanks to everybody who's been watching and participating in the chat. It's been super fun. Can't wait to see what comes next. Thanks, everybody.